Hello, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. I see there's some chatting going on already. Yondu, very sorry to hear about your dad. I don't know if we caught you in time, but our heart goes out to you, and I hope he is well. Well wishes coming from us. So, totally understandable you can't be around. We will try not to hate you forever. And best wishes. Right, and welcome, hey ye, to the chatting.
Hi, William.
I have been informed of who you are. So, you talked to me the other day, now you get to see my face. And welcome back, folks. Now, I, of course, in my usual rule of always forgetting to have something open, today I have made the executive decision that it would be the recap, the thing I need most immediately to forget.
It's okay. Early onset dementia affects lots of people.
Oh,
it's okay.
My dice!
See, I said lots of people.
Also, for once, my dice are set up and we don't have to listen to it.
Yeah, so are mine.
Okay.
Die!
No, that's gotta get clipped. That's for sure going on TikTok.
No, please.
And,
For sure.
and there might be a clean enough cut for it, too.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Alex forgetting his dice.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna be remembered for.
Yeah. He's that I forgot my dice guy, right?
Oh my god, you're the I forgot my dice guy.
We're at cons in
My
like
mom
15
loves
years.
you.
We're at cons
please.
in 15 years.
I wanna
Somebody's like phone rings.
My dice!
I really want to change your contact name to I forgot my dice.
Don't you dare.
Hey.
I
All right.
forgot my dice.
All right,
oh
guys.
no.
I am actually going to do this recap. So, we began last session with the party reuniting with Kea'Na, who had just awoken from a 4-day slumber, along with Sasha and Claire. Their memories missing from the recent ordeal where Kea'Na was used as an avatar to battle against an angel that had been sent to protect the city. The party having made a deal with the creature who would use her as an avatar to get back Sasha, Berrian's girlfriend. The party was informed by missive that morning that the Warren would be evacuated. Given the number of relationships they had with the Warren, they went to meddle, basically. And they found out that the Warren was being evacuated. Those who stayed did so on pain of death, was the threat. During their meddling, Yaikzal managed to rescue a young child who she took under her wing. Sammy, yes. And she took a shine to the child and her mother, and has set them up at the Black Mug Inn with a promise to train and hire the mother so that they can have a better life for her and her daughter.
Aww.
That same evening, Brand, the mistress of the Arcanum College, returned to the city with her tower and used her casting parapet at its top to demolish the outsider chessboard that had taken over most of the Warren. And you guys discovered the threat of pain of death was not that they would be executed should they be caught, but that they were unlikely to survive if they remained. With the board master's withdrawal, Thessakar, the enemy who seems to be the mastermind behind this game of cities the brothers and the party find themselves in, drew both of the brothers and Yaikzal up for a discussion with the king in the sky. He revealed that he would be opening a gateway between the two cities, warning them that if people were to come through and be treated poorly, a new game would be instated, where people could challenge those visiting the cities, and it would be instated in both the cities. While they were above there, the elf, who came to Master Hall's aid in protecting the city from the worst of the invasion, offered the party a possibly faster solution to their game with the outsiders, warning them that it was no sure bet, but it might be quicker. The next few days led up to the festival that the king was hosting in celebration of the Warren's return, and the Angel's triumph is the story that was being told.
Yeah, go Angel!
Managing to chase off the Deep One in exchange for its life. The festival, and especially Berrian's star performance as the Angel in the Black Hat Troupe's play, was a great success. Yaikzal broke a few toes dancing with some people, but managed to meet up with Big Red again, who she
He found her this time.
Yes, she was not exactly on speaking terms with her love interest, Big Red. Drae and Wednesday shared a few moments between themselves, and then a new statue in honor of the fallen angel was unveiled. The king, giving a speech and preparing to give awards to the party for their contributions in freeing some of the city, was nearly assassinated, saved by the intervention of his wife, some stone of fell power, and the party's quick intervention. Berrian, along with Tulnir's help, managed to create a false king using one of the nearby important religious Heliod to deliver a response to Thessacar in the king's image. Yaikzal ended up protecting Mistress Sarah in the palace for the evening, worried that her mother figure would be in danger. And then Evan, Drae, and Wednesday stayed up to watch the tower, too tense to really sleep. Their being awake allowed them to react quickly as Berrian found his window shattered open by Hagren, the old enemy of the party, and Drae, who now holds an armored assassin to the wall by their throat. And he has just said to it, "This at least proves you aren't working with them. And if anyone is going to kill them in their sleep, it's me." And Berrian, that is what you groggily snap awake to, hovering over you. Wednesday having thrown open the door for the two of you, and there's now you guys on either side of the towering figure of Hagren, his spider legs dug into the wall and the floor, holding up one of the same sort of assassins that went after the king earlier that evening.
Alex.
Yep. 17.
Okay, Berrian is buck-ass naked, sword in hand.
Gets out of bed, both his swords wielded.
And he's standing there, and you guys would come in, and
What do you want?
Hand up to your face. Hagren holding the assassin, whose blade is still dripping with poison, being stopped from sliding into Berrian's sleeping form. "Well, it's not very helpful to me if you die when I still need your help."
okay.
You're serious about that?
I was.
Nah, jeez.
Okay.
Are there any more of those?
This was the only one skulking about.
Alright.
Besides me, of course.
Insight check.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check. You know Hagren to be a difficult read?
It's alright, Drae really knows what he's doing. 6.
He is triumphant grin, and that's about all you can get from him. He is very pleased with himself at the moment.
Berrian's
You
gonna.
have no idea of whether there's falsehood hidden behind that or not.
I'm trying to talk to the assassin.
Okay.
Do you speak?
You see it turn towards you, black mask pulled up, and you can see the features above it like carved into the clay of its form. Head turns, stares at you with this kind of soulless gaze, but you hear no response from its lips.
Looks like it's made out of clay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Just like the ones you destroyed before.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you, Hagren. That's a statement I didn't think I'd say. I guess you could deal with that.
As you guys will start to hear this like groaning creak as he will start to squeeze until he shatters the clay under his grip, and the throat of this creature just turns to ash and dust on the ground, and he will drop, and it will just shatter as it hits the ground. And its clothes that looked like cloth before will also break into chunks of clay as well.
Okay.
Crazy.
Wild.
Well, it seems now that I'm certain you don't have a hand in trapping me here. Perhaps we can discuss at greater length.
Can you give him like
Does it have to be
2 minutes?
now, or can you? Yeah, 5 minutes.
Takes it that long to change?
Your modesty is a weakness, but I shall allow you it.
Okay, out! I'll meet you down in the. All of you.
As he will scuttle out the window, and you'll hear the like of the spider legs making their way down the stone tower.
You should really get better defenses.
I'm turned my hip and butter to you.
I-
Can you please leave?
Look, I'm just saying.
There's a better time for this.
Both
Wednesday will pull you out
Both
and
an
close
assassin
the door,
and Hagren got inside your bedroom.
muffled by the doorway. That last
I
bit.
will put clothes on and then come downstairs.
Okay. You guys head downstairs. Hagren is waiting in the courtyard of your tower, much to the unease of your guards, who are posted outside. The night shift being most of the newer guards as well are mostly facing inwards instead of outwards, and you just see the cloaked figure atop the body of the spider waiting for you guys outside the doorway of the tower.
I forget. Lorelei's in the tower, and so is Ari.
No, I believe Ari would have gone back to her abode, and I think Lorelei went with her.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
They're definitely together. I just don't know if they came here or went there.
Oh, actually, no, I do remember. Yes, yeah, because you were talking about making room in your room for her, so they would be here.
Okay. All right. Drae would gather them.
Okay. They make their way down. As they enter, you would see a kind of like scrunched face come about Hagren. Ugh, you reek of traitor.
Of traitor.
What's that supposed to mean?
Looks over at Ari. I'm not sure, I just know you smell of it.
Hey.
Looks up, arches an eyebrow, but doesn't deign to respond to that.
Hey, yo. Sus? Sus?
Sus?
Would I know what he means by traitor?
Possibly. How much do you know about the Feywild?
I'm an elf.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Ooh.
I feel like it's something integral to an elf.
Secrets?
It is not.
10.
That is a 15.
15? No, you're not certain what he's referring to. You would know enough to have some sense that it probably relates to some of the politics of the Feywild, but you're not sure how this applies to Ari.
Okay. What exactly do you need, Hagren?
Well, we were preparing to cut our losses after Thessakar abandoned us. But we found the way home blocked by one of his minions. Their game prevents us from returning home.
Oh.
So you wanted into it too?
I wish for this minion to be taken care of, so my people can return to whence they belong.
That works for both of us. And then you go back. Forest returns to the way it is.
Right.
And then we...
I assume the forest will do whatever the forest does,
Yeah. Yes.
but our influence will be removed from it. Yes.
Okay. Do you know anything about this entity?
I had some dealings with Thessakar before all of this, as he motions to the city that's still hanging in the sky, and you can see lights coming from a variety of the buildings in it.
Mm-hmm.
As for the one that he placed in my path, I know little of it, other than its rule makes its terrain impassable to us.
Okay. Something to do with iron, or...
No. It
Okay.
is the pathetic Fae that are weak to iron. We
Oh, I
wield it
forgot.
freely.
Yeah, I forgot. Alright, well, if we were to look into this, what would... You know, obviously I'd like to see you go as much, but I have a lot of other things to do on our plate.
Yeah.
What would you be willing to give us to have it move up on our initiatives?
What do you need handled? The Drider have many uses.
Well, I mean, the assassinations aren't helpful.
I think we can outmatch them in this regard. How many of their people would you like killed?
How many are there?
There's a city of them hanging above you.
Well, we just need the ones, like, from that... What was it? The samurai place.
I mentioned where the samurai place was. I think this is where they may be manifesting in our city. If you're
It's
able...
not a useful way to deal with assassins, to try and hope one catches them as they make their way through the city to their target. Far better to just kill more of their people until they abandon the game.
Well,
If you would...
that's the plan.
If you would be willing to have the Driders attack them and remove them from the city, make them, you know what I mean, then we
Poor
would...
use of our skills of frontal assault. Send us to their city to kill their people, and we will be much more effective.
Okay. Yeah, if you'd be...
If you wish our help in a frontal assault, I would accept that as well.
I'm talking to Drae, and I guess Lorelei as well. If he wants to send people up in the city, the only thing I can do is good.
I mean, yeah, unless it aggravates them.
Well, but what if we make it so that he only kills the the clay people.
Yeah, I guess the clay people are already trying to kill us, so
if
how
we
much worse can it get?
If we can get him to go up there and cause a lot of trouble and make them pull out, then, then I feel like that would be an equal trade for us to
Who knows, maybe
remove
they'll
his problem.
all get killed by each other.
Well, but
win-win.
even then, two birds. We remove the clay people, and then we remove his thing so that he leaves the forest.
Yeah.
Lorelei, I know you're listening to this.
No, I'm not. I mean...
Shit. You have an opinion?
No, it seems sound to me.
All right. What if you were to go up to their city and focus on removing as many of these, and I look at the thing on the floor, many of their people as possible?
You wish us to target the ones made of clay specifically?
Specifically, and maybe make it so that they pull back out of the game and leave our city. I would deem that a worthy...
And what if we do not find any remaining clay people in their city?
Then just kill as many...
Well,
maybe not.
I mean, there's gotta be more. If not, we'll find some other way you can repay us.
The work to find the answer to that will be part of your calculation, I assume.
Yes.
Of course.
Your tone. I do not trust it.
Likewise.
We're not here to cheat you. We're just here to get things done. I don't have the energy for it.
Very well.
In the end, you'll do what you'll do if you deem it fitting and worth your time, and then in the end, we'll both act accordingly.
I shall endeavor to find as many of their people of importance as I can and eliminate them.
All right. And then
Great.
in the meantime, we'll take care of some other problems around here, and then we'll see what happens, or once you've deemed that you've done as much as you can, come talk to us, and then we'll make a plan about taking care of your issue.
Very well.
All right.
Sense no falsehood from you. Our agreement is made.
Okay.
And he will turn
Cool.
and crawl to your wall and just scuttle over it and out into the city.
Okay.
If you consider... Weirdo. So...
Yeah, we need to talk. Do we try to do the thing that the guy in the sky said?
What, go to their city?
No. Strike against Thessakar directly. I think we should maybe just call him Blue Man or something, just in case he can hear his name.
The blue man.
Like the folk hero Voldemort?
Yeah. Yeah.
Folk hero Voldemort. No, not canon, not allowed.
Come
that
on.
name is an enemy name.
No,
Not
come
allowed.
on!
He's
No.
from Thum.
He's so great!
He's from Thum.
Not allowed.
He's
Yeah.
from 300
He is-
years ago.
That name is evil. If anybody has that name, they are evil. Probably evil enough for a god to just smite them directly. So,
It's my middle name!
all right.
No.
Roll a con save. How much lightning damage should a lightning bolt be? Should I use the spell or?
Actually, you know what? It's funny that you said that. During the Third Age...
I'll combine the lightning bolt spell and the wrathful smite spell.
Do you remember when Voldemort
At night
fought the
level.
lightning dragons?
And twisted them to evil.
We're not
To
sure if
set
it was...
against humanity.
We're not
No.
sure if it was a myth.
But
he-
humanity had been too hebriacal.
He,
And they
he
managed to rise
freed
up
he
and
freed the
defeat
gnomes
it.
from their tyranny.
All right. Yes. He freed the gnomes from their tyranny called diplomacy and enslaved them under himself.
I feel like our DM has some strong opinions about folk hero Voldemort.
Yeah. Look, he was a controversial figure, but he
Not my
did
fault
what he
he's
had
an
to do.
archdevil, all right? Just kidding. So, continue your discussion without the stupidity that was whoever's idea folk hero Voldemort was.
Runa.
Maybe you hasn't said a word.
So that we would all be down at this point. I'd be like,
Yes, everybody is up.
Everyone but
Do we-
but Yaikzal, because Yaikzal's in there.
A couple of the
Yeah.
students come over,
do we try to do
see it's not for them, and back off.
do we try to maybe take up and attack the blue man directly, using his help.
I don't know. It's risky.
So to give you guys the idea, the sense you would have had from your conversation, what is being offered is a potential chance to skip through whatever this game may entail and strike directly at the source. But it's a one-shot chance, and failing at it, and it is certainly not guaranteed, is likely to set you back and possibly make the remaining situation worse. And then your other option is to play whatever game this is, this game of cities turns out to be, and see where abiding by the rules takes you.
I mean,
Like me personally, sorry, I cut you off.
he seems crazy enough to follow the rules he made.
I think we do our best within the bounds of this. Because in the end, I think he's still governed by the laws of something else.
Gotta be.
I don't think he makes the rules. I think it's... I think we keep that as a Hail Mary option, and if something worse happens, or if he changes the rules again, we pull the trump card.
Yeah.
But we need to be prepared that could be a serious fight.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep.
Where?
In the library.
All right. I'll follow him to the library.
So you guys sit down in some of the reading chairs and lean them against the wall and try to get comfortable in the library. Just end up on the floor eventually with some mattresses pulled in there.
Wednesday, you too.
I have my own room that isn't sleeping on the floor.
Not on your own, you don't.
Howdy, I guess it's a slumber party.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy. And she'll go grab her stuff and drag it in and tuck under her covers.
Kea'Na,
Yes.
get in here.
Okay. She runs in and dives into Wednesday. It's not big enough. Hi, Kea'Na. Hi.
Alright, we're just gonna go,
No.
we're just,
All for
Going to-
one for all.
I think it
I
would
think
be,
the Black Monk should be perfectly safe with the two of us.
Fine.
As Ari will lead you out and there is no way I'm having a slumber party in the library.
hey, there's no bed, nor comfortable,
Precisely.
no wine.
Precisely. We should get some wine.
We should.
They're probably closed. Well, we'll see if we can strong arm it out of someone. As you guys head back to the Black Mug in your room there. Coming into the library will be...
Two clay assassins!
Fight! Just think of his name. It'll be one of your students, the elf who you left in charge while you were gone.
Gillathon or
Galadriel.
Galalian or
Galadriel. Berrian's Tower.
Galabalian.
Erithel.
Erithel.
Yeah. So Erithel comes in.
I don't think it was Erithel. It was the one that started with a G.
Oh, no, sorry. Erithel is the 13-year-old.
Well, they don't wear name tags,
It's
so...
Ganaltheon.
Ganaltheon. That's
Yes.
the one.
So, Ganaltheon comes in.
Yes.
Just wondering what was going on. A few of the students had questions, and there was a bang and some shattering of glass, and that
Someone
strange creature outside.
tried to break into the tower,
Oh.
but they were taken care of and killed.
Oh.
You guys are safe.
All right. Should we lock our doors?
I would for tonight.
All right.
There'll be
Nobody's hurt?
nope, everything's fine. There'll be some more security in the morning.
Yeah. If anyone tries to get into your room and doesn't say pumpernickel, kill them.
No,
Are you capable?
No.
Well, I mean, I could, but I'm not sure about Erithel or...
You're fine. Just you guys will be
Your
fine.
students can't even kill somebody?
In your head, Drae, shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
He rounds the corner, and you would hear what was it? What was it? someone broke into the tower, killed them, and we should lock our doors. And you guys would hear like, can I stay with you? Sure. And then they make their way back to the basement.
They're on the second floor.
Little 9-year-old.
No,
The basement isn't built yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They're on the second
So
floor.
yeah,
Kill them.
They come to the
Okay.
second floor there. What did you say?
Kill them. Okay, it's a 9-year-old.
You have to die now.
Magic missile.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, very good. No, she's yeah,
She's 9. You said 9 last time.
Yeah, 9, Isaac.
No, I have 13.
You
What,
already-
is that her intelligence?
You said no. You said 9 whenever you introduced her. You're like
13
that.
years
This
old.
9-year-old.
No, she looks about 9.
Oh, okay, so 13.
She's an elf, right? So she's 13,
Okay.
but she looks 9.
I go
Did
back to
that
bed.
mentally.
Yeah, Drae will let everyone else sleep and stay awake.
Okay. Drae, you keep yourself awake through the evening. Nobody else breaks in or tries to bother you. You jump at a number of things, like noises made in a very full tower.
Just a book. Just a book.
Fly, like, by the wing, stapled to a book by your little wrist shot. Oh, I love it.
Sort of like like float the arrow back over.
The book comes with it, you're like, oh, shit.
The book turns. How dare you profane my cover!
So, you guys awake
Probably
the next
didn't
morning
need that one.
to a bleary-eyed Drae who has spent the evening without sleep.
Our time happened.
Yes, so, now would be a good time, if there's nothing you guys want to do immediately, for us to deal with downtime. We did a bunch of that out of game, so there's a bunch of stuff to just describe that happened, and then there's some stuff to actually deal with. So, it is currently...
Why don't we just start with each character and just do it like that?
Let's do Yaikzal.
Well, so no, I think we're gonna...
I want to know what happens with Yaikzal.
I
So
don't know what happens with the animal.
I think what we'll deal with first is the very next month, in 12 days, it will be the beginning of winter, which is the new year for the world. And it will also be pretty close to the date that Yaikzal's bar she made with Big Red is slated to be complete.
You guys would get like papers in the mail.
Like little.
She went out to find a courier to get them to come back to the place she wrote the letters and deliver the letters. Courier arrives and the guard comes up like, Berrian,
Yep.
you got mail?
Okay.
Are you expecting
There's
any?
one for every single person too.
There's some for your brother and...
I'll just hand him out to Wednesday.
Alright, I'll go find her. Runs off. And Wednesday will deliver them, and it'll be pretty close to the same time that you're all like ripping open this letter, and what do they find? If you want to describe.
I have a bar, I guess. You can come. Here's the address. You guys
I'm like, you could.
She's at the bar right now. She said she wrote it there, got it sent, but left.
Wow.
Okay. I guess we have somewhere to go tonight.
Right? This is my paper.
I noticed that.
It's good quality.
Thanks.
Yep.
Just a,
There's tiny little.
Berrian bought out most
There's
of the
like
city.
there's tiny little sketches of each that she really tried hard on, but they look so ugly on the bottom of each.
Oh, that's right, because Kea'Na always helps you with your sketch.
Yeah, she doesn't. She thinks she could draw. No, she doesn't even think that. She just likes drawing.
Kea'Na's like, guys! She was like running like, guys, somebody came while I was doing lessons, and they got me this letter, and I got invited to a bar.
what?
Yeah.
That's. I don't know. You gotta be careful.
It's Yaikzal's bar. You guys want to come? I can bring you with me.
I guess if you'll let us come with you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hide mine and be like, Kea'Na, I would happily be your +1.
Okay. Can I have like a +4?
How many is that?
Like,
It's 4.
can I see your paper?
Hands it over.
I'm just gonna like put a minor illusion of +60 onto the paper. It says here that you can have a +60.
Okay. Wednesday, you wanna come? I've got actually. You guys like sure.
It's like, actually, Wednesday, your shift has been cancelled for the evening.
That's
in lieu of pay.
I guess I can come. Yay! Okay, Lorelei, you wanna come?
What?
You gotta bring Ari. It can be like a date at the new bar.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
Okay, you tell her to come. Okay, I gotta go invite people. Bye!
Wait,
Maybe-
Kea'Na.
What?
Beryl was telling me that you've progressed with your studies.
Really?
She said that you've been working on your enunciation and pronunciation.
Nope.
And you're like, yes, she has.
No, we were working on... So today, we were doing multiplication.
Not today, but over the time, she said that you've gotten much better with your language.
Oh, yeah, I know lots of words now.
You know what I'm asking you.
Okay, I gotta go invite people.
No.
Bye! She runs out of the building.
Yeah, I shall say the only one knowing the secret that Kea'Na can talk normally.
Where's Yaikzal? Is Yaikzal still,
She's at the bar,
She's at the new bar.
Okay.
Wherever this
anxiously waiting.
It has to be perfect!
It's like a mother. It's like they're coming over. It's already what? No!
Drae,
So,
we're gonna have to talk to Beryl.
cutting over,
What?
I'm gonna describe the bar.
Yeah.
And I won't describe it again when you guys arrive, but this is what you'll see when you do show up. So, or do you want to describe it?
No.
Okay, so there is the bar along the back wall that actually has the bartender standing behind it. A number of tables, just kind of like somebody threw them out, strewn across the building, with chairs around them. And then the far right corner has a sand fighting pit, with a fence around it for people to fight in. And then there is a second floor that has a couple of rooms, along with a balcony that rings the entire inside of the bar, so there's second floor seating to watch the fighting, or to drink from up there.
The tables, I like to think, because she has a dice set that she just rolled them as far as she could, and wherever it landed, she put a table there.
Table there. I actually can show the stream
Yeah,
as well.
we made it.
We did make it.
It's true.
We have made it.
Did I put it in though? I thought I put it in. But I may not have.
You lying. Dirty.
I might not have. I might have fucked up.
Oh no.
Yeah, DM for done messed up.
I can do it fairly quickly. I don't know if it's gonna look nice. Guys, be entertaining.
Yeah, DM for detestable monster. So, Drae,
That's
we're
as
gonna
much
have
as
to
the
talk
song
to
is ever.
Beryl.
About what?
I'm not seeing any results from Kea'Na's training.
You know what? Well, maybe she doesn't need results.
We're paying a lot of money for this.
I don't know. Well, she seems to be functioning fine.
She's functioning the way that she always
Maybe
functioned.
it's time we think about just not making her go do lessons anymore.
Is that how you really feel?
Buildings.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did this come about from?
Well, she seems fine.
She seems to enjoy the lessons.
Well, if she enjoys them, she can keep doing them. We don't need to take them away, but I don't have a problem with the way she's functioning right now.
Neither do I. I'm just trying to think of her future.
On that note, she is having progress. She's getting better at math, and less words are confusing her, and her communication is getting clearer.
Yeah. No, I'm just we haven't seen a lot of it, right?
All right.
Or
let's
have we?
see if this looks horrendous.
Terrifying.
He just threw together a bar.
No, I can't.
The red scar
I'm gonna
bar.
just turn off the grid and not
I
put
can't
characters
see
in
any
it.
tokens with this vision scene.
That's
in.
alright.
Red scar bar.
Token vision, fog exploration off, grid,
It's very long. Red scar bars.
gridless, save. Okay, there. Now we've got a view on this, and then I'm going to change the stream so that we are on the game screen. There.
Look at it.
And there's only one table with stools, by the way. The
Very
rest,
little is visible.
Like
so,
there's chairs on 3 tables, and
We're
then
gonna-
one's just stools.
kitchen over here. Yeah, there's one table that is all stools, and then we got the stools over by the bar. We got our fighting pit over here, and then our second floor with the standing room to watch around the fighting pit, and the rooms over there.
And the doors you would all find are massive. They're huge. They fit a lava ogre through them comfortably.
Yeah, everything has been rebuilt to be big.
He fits everything in this bar for once. Like he doesn't walk in. He's like, this is small. No, this is his size.
So where do the normal people sit?
Just outside.
There's some chairs.
Okay, because
on the big chairs.
a lava ogre chair would come up to my chest.
Like there's obviously normal chairs, but there's his furniture around too.
Yeah, he has a table and a chair for himself. And
so what did you end up with staff? You had 2 guards and a bartender?
Two guards and a bartender.
Okay, so yeah,
I haven't built them yet, but...
Okay, so you have generic bartender awaiting to serve your every need, and...
He's exactly like Purvis. Like, she went out and found someone that's like Big Red and Purvis, because apparently that's her favorite kind of guy. Like, a retired bar owner.
You want to work for me? He's like, not really. You're hired.
hey, haven't you heard about the friendly bartender Vecna?
Friendly bartender Vecna. So there
the full kill.
There are 2 bouncers who kind of wander the inside, spending most of their time around the fighting rink, and then standing, or I'd say they're outside, and then Big Red spends a lot of time around the fighting rink, just like ready to step in if he has to.
He's having the time of his life.
Oh, want to throw extra punch, eh? Okay, I throw extra punch! So, you guys, are you doing any setup before they arrive, or are we cut when they arrive?
Okay, so there's, so I don't know why, but I made her have a weird obsession with flowers. So there's just, you'd why is there a flower that's a beer cup. Why is there, a bouquet? There's flowers all over everywhere.
Beer mug.
They're all over the walls. There's, she tried to decorate, and there's clear that, the bartender helped a little bit. He knew just a little bit more. But she went out, got sparkly, shiny things, got some flowers, and was like, yes. Like this. There's flower petals screwed in the sand. There's flower petals all over the sand pit. It's very, you're like, oh, it's Yaikzal, it's hardcore. Pink flowers, some roses.
This fucking purple scarred dragonborn with the marks of battle upon her, welcome to my bar. I love it. And Big Red, this massive, also scarred, angry looking lava ogre, just this black cloud of a moon in the corner.
She made him pick her up so that she could put a flower in his hair.
A flower poking out of his just angry face.
Hey, Red.
Are you preparing or are they arriving?
She's in the back room, anxiously just waiting.
Okay, so yeah, you show up, you see Red there with the flower.
That's a beautiful cravat you have on.
Sure. Whatever that means. Stupid wizards.
Lorelei nods as she walks in, and then freezes with Lorelei or with Ari right next to her.
Ari's coming in and looking about
I wasn't agreeing with anything. Yeah. The wizards are great.
Kea'Na will be 10 minutes late. And she shows up with barrel in tow and someone you guys have never met, but judging by their clothes is very homeless. They're quite a bit older. They smell of alcohol at the current moment. And she's bringing guys, I brought my friends!
Who's your friend?
No, where's your other 58? You have 58 more pluses.
I can go get some.
Hey, look, it's up to you.
No!
Okay, bye!
No! You see Yaikzal peek out, her hair's braided with flowers in it too, and she's wearing one of her fancy dresses, her hair's all pretty, she's dressed up.
Big Red looks over and sees you dressed up and fixes his flower a bit.
You look beautiful, Yaikzal.
Thanks. You guys are here. I don't know how to decorate.
It's alright.
Well,
It might be a little much on the flowers.
Help! She holds out a bin with decorations.
Hey, honey, give me. And she's gonna start taking down an appropriate amount of flowers off the wall till it's maybe not quite tasteful, but it's not an
gaudy.
assault. Yeah, it's a little less gaudy. She'll spend 5 minutes just rearranging and lowering the flower count overall.
Hi. This is a surprise. I didn't tell you guys about this.
Whoa.
This is Timothy. He's a bartender. He-
Chalamet, right?
Shout.
We've met.
No! This is Timothy. It's not. Who's Chalamet?
I thought you
Listen,
knew.
there's a lot of Timothys around. You
Yeah,
know,
he's a bartender, like
That's
kind of
not me.
gruff.
not
Ah,
the wrong guy.
Oh,
yeah.
guess it
Anyway,
runs in
You
the
need a
first
drink of
name.
what?
We have
What do,
beer.
what do you
We
have?
have beer.
Do you have more than
And-
beer?
Yes.
What
And
else
I
can you
got
make?
wine.
Wine.
Blow my socks off.
Gross. Wine it is.
Whiskey.
Grabs a bottle.
There's
where
a
do you
lot
find
of
this
there's a
guy?
lot of fine alcohol. There.
You're gonna
She,
lose customers.
I want people that want to stick around. I got a bottle of wine for Ari and Lorelei. And she brings out an expensive bottle.
I'm
of wine.
going
Like
to
a-
just peek
Oh,
out
wine.
the front, Isaac,
Okay.
carefully, and just be like, I'm just looking for Kea'Na.
It's very
And
nice
I'm
of
going
you.
to minor
Yeah.
illusion word on the wall that says, grand opening, first drink free.
What
Okay.
the
And
fuck?
then come back in.
What were you doing out there, Berrian?
I was looking for Kea'Na.
Oh, I'll go look too. She'll go outside.
Oh, okay.
Free drink.
I'm gonna need you to roll me an insight check. This is a little metagamey. Barry, go ahead and roll me a deception.
Shite.
12.
1.
One. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're a little suspicious. You decide to go check out, and yeah, you see just like glowing letters across the top, like grand opening, first drink free.
Berrian, I never said free drinks.
Run.
Invisible.
You come back in and he just vanishes.
Does
from
someone
view.
have a way of getting rid of that, or at least just the free drinks part?
It would.
No?
Oh, I have an idea. Drae goes outside and he puts a 2 before after first.
Big Red! I don't want them here.
Walks over.
It disappears. Except for the 2.
2.
There's just
It
a,
all vanishes. There's just a big glowing tube. Big Red looks over you like,
You guys fix
please,
it.
please tell him to make me leave.
Fix
Please.
it. I invite you to my new bar, and you try to ruin my business immediately.
He makes it into a little heart.
Thank you.
No.
God.
heart over the bar now.
Yeah, just a random heart.
Whatever.
I appear behind her. We were trying to help.
Free drink?
Well, you get one in, they come in, they have 5, you pay for one.
Yeah, with
you buy
how
4.
off-putting your bartender is, you're gonna need to entice
At
people.
this point, though, you guys hear the stampede.
Oh, fuck.
You hear the mass of footsteps.
Oh shit, Timothy, I hope you're
The
prepared.
clinking of metal. The sounds of armor approaching.
Oh, fuck.
As the door bursts open and Kea'Na says, I found friends!
That's a lot of friends, Kea'Na.
As pouring in behind her is troops of mercenaries. Coming in. You can see there's 2 at the lead, 2 dragonborns walking in, looking around, kind of studying over the place, also wearing leather armor, and then just a bunch of rank and file mercenaries coming after them, looking around. They quickly fill up most of the bar, and they're like, "So, you promised a drink." Yes. Okay, come with me. And she runs over and this is the bartender, Timothy. Yes, him.
Timothy.
Timothy, we need drinks for 1, 2, 3, 30 people. Great. I'll get right on.
Knock their socks off, Timothy.
Gross. I think he's gonna start pouring drinks, and the 2 dragonborn are kind of sticking close together, looking around, and they spot you. And you see an eyebrow arch. And
She's standing, literally, fidgeting with anything. She's.
one of them walks over towards you.
Hello, welcome to.
Did not expect to see someone so scarred.
Yeah, it's my bar. It's the Red Scar Bar. I'm Xylo.
Hand comes out to shake yours. Myanmar? Or
Mayakar.
My car.
You're right. Mayakar. Pleasure to meet you.
Did they bring the raptor?
It is not currently visible, so you're not sure.
Sad. Okay.
Hey says 2. Yes. 2.
Just 2.
Glowing on the outside.
Yeah, this is the grand opening. I didn't know Kea'Na would bring So many people. Are those all your mercenaries?
Yes, mine and my partner.
What you get when you say, bring 60 friends?
Who brought that?
Drae rocks away to the bar.
Okay.
We have the Twinscale mercenaries.
The twin. Okay. I'm Yaikzal. Sorry,
As I
I don't.
said,
I've never heard.
Pleasure.
Never heard them.
Gellit, come over. As the other Dragonborn walks over, this one bronze, and she's kind of looking about. She's got a fairly cautious look on her face, and looks over and nods her head. This is my partner, Gellit.
Hello, I'm Yaikzal.
You look like a mercenary. Who did you work with?
I'm I don't know. I don't. Out of character. Don't know.
You're not a mercenary.
I'm not-
They are making a false assumption.
I'm not. I'm an adventurer.
Ah.
But yeah. We do a lot. You know, it's the city. We kind of fix 2 parts of it. It's just adventurers.
We are new to the city, but we have been getting acquainted with your current state of affairs.
Yeah, it's not great, but we're moving. It's a lot better than it was.
That is... I'm not sure I can say good news.
It's good news, but you know, after we fixed it, another gateway opened, and now it's worse. So,
Quite.
yeah.
I'm gonna give her an out
Okay.
as I'm walking by. I have a cup in my hand that I have mirror imaged, like it's full of liquor,
Okay.
and it's empty. I'm not drinking anything.
Oh, okay. You've just
Yeah.
minor imaged it. Okay.
Hey, Berrian.
Yeah. Did she tell you about the shadow dragon we fought near Gearhammer
Shadow
or
Dragon.
near Sanctuary? And I just keep walking.
Yeah, a shadow. We had to fight it in
Timothy.
order to save some people.
Timothy, I still don't have my wine. You just hear in the background. Drae's pestering the bar.
Mid pouring his 25th drink, ugh. And then Gella's like, there are 22 of us. And he looks at his 3 extra drinks, dumps one out and pours wine into the beer mug for you. Comes over with it, starts handing mugs out to mercenaries.
It tastes like beer. I want a different one.
That's wine.
Are
Don't
we
be a
charging
dick.
them?
Yeah, we're not the mercenaries. They get 1 free drink. But them.
No, I'm paying for the mercenaries
Oh,
free drink.
okay.
Yes. Oh, did you guys meet John? Where did John go? As you guys can see, the old man passed out in the corner, holding one of the extra mugs that got poured that he must have stolen right at the beginning when he started pouring them.
Oh, John. What a party animal. I make his
Name
arms
my
move.
ex.
Ooh. Drinking his beer. Be my friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Timothy. One.
Stop demanding my bartender to do things!
Right.
He's better at his job, and I drain my cup.
Second wine. Brings over another one. It's definitely going on your tab. Both wines. Comes over with an actual glass this time, but with some wine poured in it for you. And Mayakar looks at you. Would be quite interested to meet the shadow dragon.
There's a really big ancient, used to be a fire dragon, I guess. They had these little kobolds named after food. I felt really bad. But, I couldn't really save them when he was chasing us down a tunnel trying to kill us.
Not the sort of new
No.
thing I would hope for. Perhaps I could learn from it would be better for me and Gally.
So I could teach you a couple things.
Are you a shadow dragon?
Yeah, I'm a shadow monk, and
You are a shadow monk.
yeah.
Me and Gellid also follow the way of the shadows.
How much? She's clearly
Just stuttering. Skilled enough at least to manage these 20 buffoons. As she looks over, if you throw one more dagger at the wall, I will put you up for target practice.
If you want, they could fight in the ring.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, it's open.
As a couple of them look over we just hop in?
Yeah, but Big Red. You have to-
Hearing that, I'm going to be on the fights tonight. There'll be 50 gold prize for the winner.
out of his pocket.
And I'm going to point at Drae and go, Come sign up at him. He will put it together the fight and set up the bouts.
Don't listen.
Wait!
No,
before we do
no.
that. Smith, you're talking a lot of shit.
What?
He yells over to one of the other mercenaries and just points at the ring, and he's giving him like pointed looks. And Smith is like, I got drinks. He's like, that's what I thought. Yeah, all talk during the mission, but you got drinks. I understand. She's like, you know what? Fuck you. Puts the drink down. I was letting you save face.
As he
Pulls out of his
storms
chair.
away from it, his drink just sort of slides over to Drae.
As the other guy like,
Very smoothly, just starts drinking.
as the two of them get up and we'll just start slugging it out in the ring.
Oh my god.
They're pretty even. Oh wow, and at 20 and 18, it's pretty evenly, but the guy who said he would win is the one who wins. The guy who called Smith out for talking shit does end up like over top of him by the lapel, like fist up. He's like, alright, you're getting at least 2 more. You tell me whether you want done after that or if you want the 3rd. He's like, fucking fine, and turns his cheesy. Talk less shit. Stands up and walks
You
out.
have like a medical situation.
Not yet. What the like?
You should
He's
get.
fine. Don't be baby. And barely swollen. He's got like a goose egg on his cheek. Enough of your bleeding, and pulls him out of the ring.
He's like, I'm the medic.
I give Yaikzal 5 platinum.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's 50 gold, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. That's for the winner of the fight. Set up a tournament.
As a couple people start queuing up next to Drae,
Okay.
and one goes insistent like, oh my cheek. Where the fuck is... Looks around for his drink. Looks over at one of who seems to be the newer mercenaries, like, fuck you, and grabs his drink.
they just a chain reaction.
The one where this is where it ends, he's like, gets up, goes over, and I get another. Yeah, they're not free.
Oh,
There's just one free. And like, yeah, it's fine, I'll get it.
Yaikzal also
Pours
invited
another drink.
Sarah, Purvis, and the guy from the black mug.
Oh, okay.
Just all the other bar owners to your bar.
Dwarf will not arrive because he will be running his own bar. But it'll probably be a bit later that Purvis will make his entrance, and you guys can have your like fight ongoing over on the side there. At this point, people slugging it out, and you guys see Purvis kind of come in and look around like, right,
Hey, Purvis.
Yaikzal,
This is my bar now, the one that we talked about.
looks pretty good.
Thanks.
Purvis,
A lot of flowers.
Purvis,
Drae,
can you teach that guy how to run a bar?
He knows how to run a
No,
bar.
he doesn't.
Drae!
He has no idea what he's doing, and it's really, really hard.
Sure. Kid, whatever you do, don't take his advice, especially with women.
What the? Oh, fuck, Purvis! I thought we were cool.
Wednesday just laughs beside you.
I'm gonna fight someone. Purvis,
What do you want?
there's a fighting ring.
That there is. Gross. Walks over to the bar, sits down.
Why are everyone such a baby?
You want to fight someone? Drae?
I want to fight specific people.
Oh. So you could beat them to a pulp?
You see one of the mercenaries lean over like, I already broke open somebody's ribs. As you watch, this is just like slowly like spreading like a wave through the, you don't know who started it, but somebody has spread this and is quickly making its way through the crowd.
Come on! He's just like head down on
I've
the
added to it. I'm like, and he bit the heart.
You hear? Yeah, he cooked up the guy's heart. With garlic and everything.
No, he didn't even cook it. There was blood running down his chin.
The meal that is a heart
It's like, you
special.
started with like he bit the heart, and it has turned into like he turned this man into a 4-course meal.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my! She comes out with like the meal of the
I'm
day,
pretty-
the heart specials, because she made it with love.
Pretty sure he's there.
It's like they're talking about eating hearts, and she's just like, "Look, I made it!" And they're like, "Is that
Yeah.
the heart?"
I heard he's a skinwalker.
it starts just spreading like wildfire. They're starting to have fun with it. Like somebody notices you starting rumors, and by the end of the night, it'll be interesting to see the legend of Drae among these mercenaries.
The Drae, the heart eater.
He's just like,
I heard he spent some time at sea. The
Yeah.
boat run aground. 3 months, no food. There was 5 crew members. Only 2 walked off the island. Drae,
I don't eat people.
No, not just
course
people.
not.
He had to
Don't
eat
let
the
him get
oranges.
Don't let him get
He would have died of scurvy if he just ate the people. Clearly, come on. Like,
As Pipus will look over and just kind of nod approvingly at the bar and sit down like, guess I'll drink here for tonight.
You can come here, whatever.
Can I get a drink? You're paying for that.
his drinks are on me.
Yeah, fine. You're excitable. You're nosy. Fair.
Just a younger Pyramus!
He'll pour him a drink. He'll take it. Pyramus leans over and whispers into his ear a bit. Weird.
You guys.
What was that about?
His drinks are on me, Timothy.
What do you think they're talking about?
He looks at you
Bar
suspiciously and
things.
Pyramus is like, no, he's good for it.
Wait, should I be a part of bar thing talks now?
I mean, I don't.
Oh shit,
you're not-
I want to be a part of bar thing talks!
I mean, you're a bar owner. I don't know if you're a bartender though.
I've never bartended
Have you done your
ever.
pro serve?
Okay, yeah. Wow, this is a thing.
Fuck you. Oh my
Anyway, Lorelei would come up to me. Is there somewhere less?
There's 2
Crowded?
rooms upstairs, and if you want to watch the fights, there's a whole the balcony
Can we
situation.
steal a couple stools and go upstairs?
Of course, it's why it's there.
Right.
Wednesday looks up and then turns over to Drae, who's arguing with his brother, like, Troupe, what are you calling you?
He just sort of motions at the stools. When he hovers one and grabs the other and takes them upstairs.
Wednesday's like, I got it. She'll grab the other one and start bringing it up with you.
All right.
You guys head upstairs.
You want him here? No, to the left.
Set them down in one of the rooms that she gave you the key for.
Oh.
You guys squish in there, and Wednesday sits down on the bed.
Why are we here?
Oh, I don't have to be.
I mean, this was for Lorelei. Do you want to get a room?
I was helping bring up the stool, so I thought,
Right.
if you guys want to talk alone, I can go.
Well, no, I was gonna go with you.
But Lorelei wants to talk to you, doesn't she?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Isn't she in the room still?
She's just standing there, just like
Lorelei.
waiting for them to leave.
Oh, I thought you guys were sorry. All right, bye. What are you
Wednesday,
doing?
come dance!
No.
What are you? Coming! And she comes down the stairs. As
There's
Drae comes down and she's gonna
yeah.
pull you on.
Yeah, Lorelei and Arya are just gonna move the stools out to the upstairs bit and just
Yeah.
sort of watch the fighting ring
okay,
from the
not
top
one of the
together.
rooms. Okay.
Yeah, just away from people.
You sit. Ari's got the nice bottle of wine that
Yeah.
Couple of
you know,
glasses.
prepared and
Yep.
pops it out and pours the glasses and
Yep.
takes a sip.
They sort of dominate their little corner. Anyone comes within 6 feet, they just sort of get death glared.
What are they? Some of the mercenaries sneak up and they're approaching towards Arya and Lorelei, and Arya looks over and just gives them a little turn around and they're like, right, head downstairs.
You're not
Not
supposed to
really
be here.
my usual sort of joint, but has a certain sort of charm. Mostly just the Yaikzal owns it, I think.
Flowers are nice.
Sure.
Plentiful.
Plentiful, yes. I would agree on that one. Nice. It could use some work. Well,
It's worth putting work into, though, I'd say.
don't see why not. Especially if it brings a joy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we should try this. It looks rather nice.
Happy New Year!
All that.
guess it's-
So you guys just hear the yelling from downstairs. As you guys will start to get more than just the mercenary crowd coming in, fairly intimidated by the massive amount of armored people in there. But
Anyone who walks in who looks somewhat capable, Dre's gonna try to get to fight them before they hear all the stuff.
you see,
Please.
See what
Bet
they-
you won't.
a bigger looking human walk in and he's like,
50 gold.
50 gold?
50 gold.
Do I have to put something up if I lose?
Meh.
No, do it. Take him. He's a weakling.
And there's a couple guys behind you going he's looking at make a persuasion check against their persuasion check.
Okay. Uh-oh. God damn it, that's a 6.
That's a 6 for them as well. Okay, high he fights you, low he doesn't. That's a 1. So he looks over you, he's like, looking up at them, and one of them is just miming like biting his arm. And the guy's like,
Another guy's
you
like,
see him just like, ugh, and they're like, I think I'm all right. Walks over to the bar.
I'll make you food.
I'm attempting to find someone to fight. Like, I'm looking for a big guy. I'm like, look here, come on.
Right, so you want me to go fight the cannibal who can split open ribs with his bare hands.
I'll help you.
Ate a whole crew, 16 horses, and the leather strips that held their saddles together.
It seems
Drae just walks away like.
50 gold.
How am I gonna spend it if I'm the main course? Make me a persuasion check. But this is what you're up against.
4.
3.
It's not allowed.
Listen,
No.
I'll take the 50 gold, but I like my heart where it is.
All right. I'm trying to find someone to fight Drae.
It's a bust. Like, with the mythological terror he has been turned into by some of your own efforts, that ship has sailed, along with the one full of the crew he ate.
Drae would go to Red.
You see his face immediately falling. What do you want?
Just gestures towards the fighting ring. You've always wanted to.
No, I haven't.
You've definitely wanted to.
Why would I want to?
You confuse me.
Maybe you're just dumb.
Maybe you are.
Sure.
Two men worse with women to converse. It's like a documentary. Red, you want a drink?
Yeah.
He's gonna turn to go. He's gonna backhand Red.
Okay, that'll get him in, like, the belly region.
Yeah.
You're just gonna smack him as you, like, turn around? Okay.
It's like he's trying, man. He's trying so hard.
I gotta see if he can react fast enough to do what he wants to do. Not with that natural one. You just like, bounce off of the... He's got a, like, quite a protruding belly, but it's, like, hard muscle underneath as you, like, smack into it, and he, like, looks over you, like... walks away.
Drae's like...
Like, 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Wednesday.
Hi.
No one's fighting me,
Not embarrassing yourself?
I guess.
Right, I'll
Hey.
fight you.
Oh, Berrian hears this. Wednesday. You win?
I can't, like...
Looks over at Drae, like...
I want to see it.
There didn't need to be anything serious. I just meant, like...
No, for sure.
muscle.
No,
Okay.
definitely.
Sure, yeah, shut up.
Alright.
All right, okay.
Walks over to the ring, and a couple people are like, yeah, a woman! And then sees you walk over, and like,
And you hear from the
no! So hot! Why does she have to die?
He turns to them.
You have to let Wednesday win.
Yeah.
I'm going to wink at Wednesday. I'm going to cast message and be like, I'm going to help you out.
Alright. As they're all just like crying, like, why does she have to
Yeah.
die?
You guys will I'm like excited to see it.
Anyone want to take her place? Come on,
Let's see how
somebody.
chivalrous these mercenaries are. They're all looking like, don't throw your life away!
And you just hear like a story that's just finishing off to the side. And it's like, and he cracked the bones to eat the metal.
And they were like trying to talk her down. Somebody's like at the edge, like lean through the edge of the wood, like, you don't have to do
Guys,
it.
those arms there pushing him out.
Have you heard about what he's like, have you heard of it? He ate it! 16 horses!
I'm going to tap the bell with a ting. To start the fight.
Wednesday standing there in the ring, like, looks very on the spot, is not used to this many eyes on her, is like, maybe this is a bad idea.
No, you
Just
got
look at me. Look at me.
Alright.
You got this.
You're right, that did make me angry.
One.
You got this.
I'm just kidding.
Fight!
Are we wrestling around? Okay, alright.
And I cast Enlarge Reduce on Wednesday.
Yeah, she just doubles in size.
She's now 9.
What is going on? Why is that?
She's 13 feet tall.
What?
I've had this dream before.
She's gonna like lock hands with you and start to like push, and she has like. She knows what she's doing, like, not any professional wrestler, but she's clearly, like, wrestled at the orphanage quite a bit, probably. So she's used to wrestling, like, older brother figures and stuff, but is very on the spot. Like, you can feel her, like, trying to pull you around, but is, like, constantly, like, looking away at people who she now towers over. And even with her enlarged, like, with your belt of giant strength, it is a trivial challenge to overpower. So what are you doing?
Just, like... dancing, essentially.
Okay.
Like, just back and forth, you know?
You guys are, like, pushing back, and she, like, throws you sideways, and they're like, oh, she's gone! And you pull back, and they're like, she's dead!
I look to Yaikzal and take a memo from her book and try and put on a show for people.
Mid-fight, I drop concentration.
Okay.
And then make Drae small.
She shrinks out. Are you fighting it as he shrinks you? Make a perception check to see if you know where it's from.
Like he would if he notices, but he's kind of.
Also,
That's it's a.
I could roll sleight of hand
15.
or stealth
15?
or.
So with a 15, you know it's coming from your brother, so it's not some random magical effect you're resisting. You don't think somebody's like trying to do something from the dark here?
He just sort of sighs and lets it happen.
So it's like.
And she's like, oh no! And then they watch him like, yeah! And she's like throwing you around like.
You're going there.
They have, and if you're trying to put on a show with her as the winner or you as the winner in the end.
With her as the winner.
Make me a performance check.
Now it just looks like she's whooping a toddler.
That is a 9.
Okay. Again, you're finding that you are not the best at this particular set of skills. Wednesday picks up that you're like trying to let her win and like smiles a bit. And she's like,
do you want
win your bounty points? And like tries to like do a little like trip and you let her take you out.
Yeah.
And a few people are a little suspicious about willing to let it
anyone
go on.
suspicious, Yaikzal comes up with a beer.
This will ruin their perception. You start handing out free beers for the excitement. What are you trying to say to her?
Do you want to win? Like,
Sure.
alright.
As she'll like go and wrestle you down, and you guys like roll around on the ground a bit, and eventually she's like over top of you and has you like pinned down, and she's just like chest over you, got like one arm in your head, which is tiny, and she's just like covering your face.
Release concentration.
Like grow to bigger, and she's like, that was uncomfortable. But you let her basically pin you. You're resisting for like one part, and she just starts to tickle you.
Oh fuck, no!
And then you like fall out of it. And I was like, Ref, isn't this a pin? Don't see any blood.
It's enough.
Technical victory! Coming in, and she like stands up and puts her hand down in the classic like help your opponent up.
He takes it.
Right here. Pulls you up. And everyone's like stunned silence. There's a few people who are like onto it, but everybody's like holding drinks like
Wednesday!
the bar goes wild. She's like, hey,
He just sort of like puts his hand around her shoulder, like.
I'm gonna go upstairs with the girls. This is a little much attention for me.
I'll see you later.
Berrian's gonna walk to the middle of the throng in the room.
Alright.
Look around. 6th level fireball. Absorb elements reaction.
No.
I'm not kidding.
The bar becomes a burning heap.
Should have cheered louder when you had the chance.
Hey, like Drae stands in the middle. Anyone else?
I'll fight you, Drae.
The brothers fight!
Your self-esteem is so important to you, though.
Sure, we'll go to 5 touches. I throw him his dagger.
I have my dagger.
Sure, I'm gonna talk to the sword and be like, "Can you dull for the fight?"
As you watch it return to the like dull wooden training sword that you had used before you awakened the Moonblade.
We'll go to 5 touches.
Sorry.
All right.
Roll initiative, boys.
Roll.
Put on some combat music for this one if we're really fighting.
It's a 10. I got a 7.
13.
12.
Okay.
Yaikzal has like wiggled her way right up to pressed up against Big Red. Like, clearly she wasn't trying. Like, it's like, she's like, woo, woo, woo.
You, like, eventually press into enough of her, and she's like,
No magic, Drae.
sets his hand
No
on your
magic?
She's
No
very
magic. Not
happy
even your
with that.
stupid, like, songy thing?
And I'm going to activate Blade Song and say, that's not magic.
It's super magic. What the fuck?
And
It's a 17.
does a 38 hit you? Or sorry, 20.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up? That's a
Sorry,
plus 21.
does a 28 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one touch.
No. Drae does have a thing to reduce damage, so roll damage. If you can bring it to a 0, it's no touch.
That's true.
Ooh.
This is a D6 with the blade dulled.
It's a...
Okay,
Okay.
let me find the new dice.
If you're two-handing, it could be a D8.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Keep whatever you rolled.
Yeah, it was a 5.
So that's 10 damage.
I rotated it by 7.
So one touch.
So one touch as you try to stop it, and it like touches against you.
Shit. You're cheating. This isn't a fair fight. 24 also hits me.
Oh, what is that?
At 13.
Yeah, so 24.
Okay, as 2 taps right off the bat. Drae, you're up.
All right.
Are you gonna use your wrist crossbow?
I don't have a
Pretty
dull
sure.
arrow in it. It would just like shoot them.
Yes, yeah, it would.
I'm not. Cause
All
I'm
right,
a
go
fair
ahead and
fighter.
Roll the hit if you'd like.
All right. No magic, hey.
I didn't do any magic.
Yaikzal keeps in mind she's gonna get someone to dispel magic next time that they're over.
Forgot to hire a wizard.
And then yeah, I'm going to bonus action try and pull Berrian towards me with a
Strength save.
Okay.
Strength save.
telekinesis strength save. Yep.
Okay.
It's a 10.
That's a 9.
All right. You get sort of pulled into Drae, and I'm gonna try and grapple you.
Okay.
Aw, it's like a brother
So,
hug.
acrobatics?
But violent.
Athletics or acrobatics
Yep.
for Berrian and athletics for Drae.
It's 16 and an 8.
Okay, so like 26.
God damn it! I rolled so low. I got an 18.
You pull him towards you and go to like grab his vest, and his hands come up and like block you, throwing
Yeah.
you off him when he takes his step back and regains his balance with the sword in his hand.
And with my level 5 fighter, I'm going to just try and punch him.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit. Is this action surge or a second attack?
A second attack.
Okay,
I'm level
go ahead
5
and roll
fighter
the hit.
now.
Level 5 fighter.
Yeah. God, wow. What's above a 10? That is a 17 to hit.
Berrian's just gonna be like you're punching and he just like taps your elbow and he's like,
You just got like swatted on the elbow with the sword.
oh, it's not even the sword. It's like 2 fingers and he just like.
Urgh.
Pushes you out of the way. So yeah, you pull your brother over, you try to grab on him, he blocks that, you go for another swipe, and he just like blocks your fist there. As Berrian, you're up, if that is all from Drae.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 1 and a 6.
Okay, so that is the natural 1 misses,
Yeah.
and the 6 is a 17.
Misses.
Okay.
So 2 you dodge both.
Yeah.
So you go to swim him, fumble your sword, and it like falls on the ground. So you go for a punch and like sweep and miss with that, but you're gonna need to recover your sword with an attack.
With an attack or with my movement.
Yeah, I
I
guess
can
with the
pick it
movement
up.
works as
So
well.
I pick it up.
Yeah, you recover your sword there. As Drae, you're up, having
Oh, see.
evaded 2 of the blows there. Knocked his sword from his hand momentarily.
Alright, I'm gonna capitalize on that and try and like sweep his leg and hit him. Just 2 attacks.
So roll to hit as you go for a low kick at the ankle.
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That'll hit.
Okay.
So you nail him in the ankle. It's not enough to put him over. He's like, fuck, picks his sword up, finishes it, and he gets something, hops on his ankle a bit that you kicked in when he was kind of putting some weight on
And
him.
then as he goes down, I'm gonna try and like elbow him in the back.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit.
It's a natural 20.
That hits.
Yeah, big hit. As you push him back. So you guys are at 2 hits each now. As Berrian, you're up.
All right.
Count my rhythm. That's a 2 and a 5.
You guys will go around doing like bets.
So yeah,
Like,
none of those
shouldn't
hit.
Oh
Yeah, do you want to try to
jeez.
collect bets on this? Yeah, you could. Make me a persuasion check.
She doesn't know who will win, by the way, so she's not betting.
Yeah. The fight isn't rigged, so.
It
30.
isn't.
Alright,
If it ain't rigged, I don't want it.
I'm going for 2 attacks.
a
I'm
little
gonna
mad.
jump
She's-
off of like the outer
Okay.
thing and just try and like.
He goes for 2 swipes as you like leap back, landing on one of these wooden posts, and then like leaping back towards him for your 2 attacks.
Yeah.
13.
Push myself off.
15? Okay, yeah, you start collecting a few bets.
Try and land a couple touches as I jump past him. So 7 and 11, so 16 and a dirty 20 to hit.
Both miss.
Oof.
So I just dodge cleanly as you're coming back down.
You have a 21 AC?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I forget. I run so many games.
Okay.
So many ACs. Go ahead and roll to hit Berrian. 2 clean dodges.
It's a natural 20.
Okay, so the first one's a natural 20. So as you land to do the second one, I just tap right on the back of your head,
Oh.
lightly enough that you're like, oh wow, you realize it's a hit, but then you realize, holy man, he could have ruined me. And then the next one,
14.
that is a 25.
It's also a hit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pull out a
damage.
dagger with my movement in my offhand, and I'm going to make a bonus action 3rd attack.
That's
Okay,
true.
first I need you to roll damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the damage.
Are you two-handing?
Yeah, where's my... The first attack I'm two-handed.
There you go.
Well, yeah, these attacks
you
I'd be
did.
two-handing
Yeah.
until I drew out. With the crit, do I roll damage like a crit?
No, I don't think he's going to try to block.
Yeah, I wouldn't try and block that crit. It's a 4.
So that is 9 damage.
I rolled a 9!
Okay,
So no damage on
so you're
that.
at 3 hits against him so far.
Oh, I don't have to roll damage for that one.
No.
No.
So just
Okay,
roll
and then
the
I'm
dagger.
rolling the attack with the dagger.
Ooh. It's 6.
That is going to be a 15.
Misses.
Okay.
As you pull the dagger out, and your brother's eyebrow arches, but he like ducks out of the way of your swipe, just like a boxer dodging a punch, and pops back up. You went for the one strike against him right before it, and because you were like focused on pulling the dagger out, a move you're not too used to, your brother managed to like block it, and you're like, ha, hit! And you look and see it stopped by this like field of force thing, so you're like,
Okay.
okay, so 3-2. Drae, you're
Yeah.
up.
So that's how you want to play it. And I'll draw daggers. Can I draw 2 at once?
You can
No.
No, not without the feat. Okay. So I guess I draw 1 dagger.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
And then try and hit him twice. It's a 14 plus 9 is 23.
Hits.
Okay, 3-3 as you manage to score another hit with your dagger.
And it's a natural 19.
Hits.
Okay, as he lightning shallow cuts across
Yeah.
you, just kind of cutting into your cloak.
As I like go to be like I'm attacking with a dagger, I actually just sort of like shoulder into him.
You're like stab and then shoulder comes up and you knock into him and just like hit him with the pommel on that one then. All right, Berrian, you're up. 4, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this could be the round.
It's a 2.
First one, big
jeez.
miss. He's up in closer than your longsword is made to deal with.
15.
Okay, that hits. Reduce
Yeah.
your damage.
And then you're rolling a d6 for this one.
Alright, I rolled a 3. I don't think you can get
No,
less than
I
3.
can't
No,
get less.
okay,
than
so that'll be the...
That's 4, and then the bonus action one to bring
Yeah.
it in.
It's a 7.
Misses.
Okay. As you, your first swing with the longsword, with him in close now, he manages to just like lift up your arm and send your blow wide over top of his head. And you just bring up your fist, holding the dagger, and like knock him in the back for that. And then you go to stab, and he grabs your arm and like pushes himself back as you guys take some distance from each other. Drae, you're up. This could be the round.
Alright.
We'll
Draw
set
my
up
other
the next
dagger.
3 turns.
As the other one comes out, and you're now dual wielding the two of them, you can see people like starting to cheer. They're like, "Oh, it's so
What are your
close!"
bonuses? 'Cause remember
And
the bonus
one
is plus
person's
1.
like leans over to you guys. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Why didn't the one touch count?"
He has like a damage reduce, like he has a force field. I don't know.
It didn't touch me!
Fuck.
I know!
Okay. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Misses.
And then that is a 12 to hit.
Misses.
And my bonus action attack. It's a 18 to hit.
Is that with your not natural magic dagger?
Oh, that was with my magic dagger.
Okay, so no, those miss.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to. The dagger falls out of my hand, And these last attacks.
Okay, you drop the dagger on the floor.
To 5.
So that's a 16.
Misses.
Man, I can't roll above a 6.
Right?
Neither can he.
It's a 16.
Okay, that hits 27.
Okay, D8 damage. And
Well, you get to reduction, so this
Yeah.
is with a D8.
Until it's over.
It's a 6.
What did I roll?
Yeah. You
So-
rolled a 6.
So that's an what did you roll?
I got a 7.
Oh, an 11.
As you're like trying to block, you see it coming towards you, and instead of like reaching back to swing again, he like goes to move back. You drop it, and he just pushes through on the original strike.
Ah!
Knocks you on the head with the sword. People like look over at you, at Yaikzal.
Berrian wins!
The cannibal was defeated again.
She just sort of stands.
Again? Where did that one come from?
The girl.
Oh! Thought something else was added to the rumor.
Just like, yeah, Drae just sort of stands in the middle of the ring, looking at any of these people. Like,
Come on, Drae, it's someone else's turn. She'll go in and she'll grab him by the head and start pulling him
Pull him
up.
out of there. Barry and you get celebrated. They're like, the cannibal was defeated. Cannibal was.
I don't eat people!
What's your name?
Drae. His name's Drae.
No, yours.
Oh, Berrian.
Barrion! Barrion defeated the monster!
He's got names over the time. It's like the Ripper of the Isles, the Terror of the Lake.
Guys, what approach
gonna-
Big Red? Wanna fight?
You?
Me and you.
You're small.
We're fighting. She'll-
You pulling me like I'm supposed to be referee.
hey?
Thank you, referee.
Oh,
Now you feel Nigel's
into the
pain.
room, into the ring, and they're like looking at you, looking at him. And they're like, oh, it's another girl. See your scars. They're like, well.
We don't know about this one.
yeah, Drae's gonna go upstairs and hang out with Wednesday and Ari and Lorelei.
Wednesday's sitting there. Usually she has a glass of wine with nice wine in it. And she'll take a sip from it. You come and sit down, and she hands you what's left in her glass. And
Just
she still
downs
the
it.
two of them.
Oh, it's really good.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Sort of looks over at Ari.
Looks over at Lorelei.
Eh. What's the harm?
Pours a splash into it.
Yeah. Well, if you drink this one, you get to ask for more.
Berrian, what would you like?
How much for like a drink here?
Go
For
look.
Yaizel's
I'm buying
friends,
around to the
double.
bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for Yaikzal's friends, double.
Let's see. I do have the
Kidding.
rule book open.
So I'll need like at least 30 drinks, or however many people you think would be.
Equipment. This is like a medium to lower end bar, I think was the
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I believe
now.
dive
So
is in the
forever.
description.
Ever.
She doesn't want to be.
Food stuff.
Ones.
Ale, cheap. 3 pints is a copper.
It's a silver.
3 pints is a silver for her friends.
3 times the price.
10 times the price.
Times the price.
Sorry, 10 times the price.
He looks over at you and he's like, "You're
She
one of
look-
the elf brothers, right?"
She learned
Yeah.
from the
Alright.
gladiator
He
ring.
looks down. He's like, "Yeah." But
Before he says it, I'm like, you're about to charge me more, aren't you?
no, 10 silver.
10 silver for a drink.
No, for 30
Me and
drinks.
Timothy talked.
10 silver for 30 drinks.
Yeah,
That's a gold.
yeah,
There's like what, 30 people in the bar?
yeah, around about there.
Yeah, okay. I give him a gold.
He looks at you like he's surprised that works. Takes the gold, and then he looks down at all, and he's like, "I have to pour those, don't I?"
I'm like,
What's that?
I'll help. I help him pour the.
All right, yeah, you.
I'm
you,
giving. I buy multiple rounds throughout the night. I'm getting people rip-oed. Like
Okay.
hardcore ripped.
Please, someone
You-
get drunk enough to fight Drae.
Nobody gets as ripped as you get ripped off by Yaikzal's bar.
That's fine. I probably spend like 10 gold on rounds.
Oh,
like
yeah, that's a lot.
yeah, like lots, like a lot of drinks.
10 rounds of drinks, like, coming around the bar constantly. You are very quickly people's favorite person. They're like, "Hey, it's Mugs!"
You defeated the cannibal and gave us drinks!
You quickly get the nickname Mugs because you're always carrying a mug around the bar to like hand out to somebody.
And I'm drinking as hard as everyone else, but they don't realize it's a minor illusion cup.
You're shut up there, they're like, to Mugs! And you like clink and they slosh it back as you
I'm like,
chug back your illusion of nothing.
Timothy would at the end of the night would find a platinum in his back pocket.
Oh, okay. Alright.
What? Timothy's like a piece of shit. Why are we?
You don't know that.
Eventually.
I do.
I want to fight Big
I
Red.
know.
Oh,
Timothy.
yes, sorry.
Yeah.
So, you pull Big Red reluctantly into the ring, and he's like, and people are watching, like, trying to figure out how this is supposed to go, sipping their free drinks, and Big Red's just like,
Fists only?
lights up one hand as it starts to burn, like, glow with heat,
Perfect.
lights up the other, he's like,
It's hot.
Some drunk guy's like, equality, let her do it!
let's roll initiative.
Wait, I should have again. That is...
Lots.
Right in the middle.
Not lots. 11.
21. As Big Red is like, fine, and then just swinging out of nowhere as you're looking at the people, and you look back and there's just glowing red coming towards you. Okay, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys doing the same 5-touch rule? It'll be a very long combat if we're going
Yes.
for help. So this is your first hit, and you get cracked by this. There's some weight behind it. He's not, like, swinging full, but, like, the heat makes it worse, especially as a cold-based Dragonborn, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
she is cold.
You get cracked by his, like, burning fist. He's doing it for show. Like
She's
the heat
smiling
fist.
away.
And he's gonna take his second attack. 9.
No.
Alright, you're up as he, like, cracks you one good.
Okay, I'm punching.
You're punching towards the midriff of this 13-foot tall lava.
Dirty
ogre.
20.
That'll definitely hit, yeah.
What am I supposed to roll damage or no?
No, that's a hit. You like punching, you're punching for the midriff because that's eye level for you. You like, first punch of many, I imagine.
Also, I'm a ninja, by the way.
Did you catch it?
That's a 17.
17 will also hit, so that's 2 touches out of your 5.
Oh, and then you
Are
can
you
blow.
going for the bonus action attacks?
Yeah.
I'm going
I'm going for my 2 bonus action.
That's a flurry of blows, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't think this one hits. That's a 11.
That will miss.
Dirty 20.
That'll hit. So you're on 3 touches as you're just like, you go for the third and you like, goes sideways, and so you like miss and just bring it sideways into his midriff. He's like, and he's gonna swing for you a little harder this time. That's a 9. Second attack, 18.
Yeah, just me.
Okay. That is 9 bludgeoning and 8 heat damage. As he's like mad, you are just embarrassed with like 3 hits, and he like swings wide as everyone cracks you to the side. As that's 2 touches and some damage to your 3 touches. You're up.
She looks up at him. She looks up at him and is like, that was hot.
Oh god.
That's a 17.
That'll hit. As he like looks at his face, he's like, oh. And you watch the heat fade. Sorry. And then
No.
you crack him. You're like, oh, and you watch it just light right back up immediately.
Again!
That's 4 touches. You
Not
need
gonna
one
lie,
more
I
to
feel a
do.
little uncomfortable watching this.
They're like, fight. For her, it's like, damn.
Wednesday's like lean back like, she has a burn on her. Should we stop him?
I mean, she.
14.
I think she'd
As that'll
stop him.
hit, as you
I think.
crack him one last time, and he's like, and he's gonna swing at you even though the fight's over. 7. As he like, and then he realizes, and you see him like counting his head, he's like,
She would like catch his fist as best she can, pull it down, and
you burned your lips.
yeah, she's okay with it.
Yeah, kiss it and cinch. She's like, trying to calm down.
A healing word
as the, like, burning
wraps
heat in your
around
hand
Yaikzal.
slowly
Healing word wraps her.
She hit her with
The like
5 attacks?
the like
Yeah.
blistering on your lips just goes down as the hands like cool down. He's like, right, that was stupid.
Who's next?
Walks out.
Who's next?
Next 2 people come up and start fighting. Like partway through, he's like, fell, and punches one of them.
90% chance they didn't do anything wrong.
No way they did it.
I'm rampantly spreading more of the cannibal. like just leaning into it.
Okay, make me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I was also trying to get people to fight her.
After your display against Big Red, no, they're like, don't need my ass kicked.
18.
17!
17? Okay. There seems to be a counterforce going around that are calming down some of the rumors. And you get to something like, listen, I heard it was made up. And then you just like light them back up again. Like a wildfire spreading over New Grove once again. As, yeah, whatever force is working to quench these rumors as being outgunned by your brother, who is actively feeding into them, be like,
Good to
heard
know
is
who you
bullshit.
can trust.
He's my brother.
But I'm doing it like discreet enough that it's not like it's just like rumor feeding, but not being like I fucking saw it, you know.
As Gelid approaches you, Yaikzal,
Yeah.
heard you are looking for a partner in the ring.
Obviously, I would love to join.
Let us see if your knowledge of the shadow trounces mine.
Okay.
And she will walk into the ring and give you a deep formal
Before we
bow.
start, there's no darkness or anything. They still need to see.
Of course,
Just fists.
just feast.
Perfect. Okay.
Before you can bow back, she's going to attack you. This is 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Second attack. That is a 13.
So I didn't get any time to react?
She waited until you were like bowing to return her bow and is doing like a dirty sneak attack on you.
I
Monks.
13 to hit.
No.
Bonus action 15 to hit.
Nope.
She gets the one hit on you and you notice and she's like bringing the next one and you just like scoop the hand like water, bring it up. She goes for the elbow, which you just bring the other hand up and like catch there, and you see the like grin that she was sporting just like drop immediately. It's like, right, you're up.
I see you're a dirty cheat.
She tries to get some distance as you're holding her arm. She's like, I fight to win.
Yeah, Yaikzal's really one to
Yeah,
breach
right.
fight
15.
etiquette.
No,
monk
she
stats.
grins when she says it. She likes it, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, it's level 3.
Yeah, level 3. I think 15 will hit. I am gonna actually open a stat block so I can be a little more.
We did
certain.
make her.
Oh, do you have her stats? Yeah, grab her stats.
As you can tell, chat, this was not completely natural. It was manufactured beforehand.
I just had a feeling that most of her attacks were going to be like above or below, but now it's like, 15 is kind of the line where I need to know exactly.
I can grab her.
Oh,
Can you pull out Maya Car? Because I feel like that's next.
I mean, they're the same.
I doubt it. I am, it's
I
unlikely she'll try to fight you.
with you.
Okay,
It's
Gilid.
fun.
Maybe.
She's
We'll see.
she's protecting her wife. She's like, I'll fight for us. Her armor class is 16, so it doesn't hit.
Okay, so that will just miss as you're like holding her arm, go for the punch, and she manages to like twist her wrist and break free and pull back as you just go by her cheek there.
18.
That
Yes.
will hit. Second one, as you bring your foot up and like kick her in the leg as she was coming up for a kick, and you just kick and stop her
Okay.
before she can get it up.
Bonus, I'm using a key point.
So that's one hit each.
I'm using a key point to attack 2 more times.
All right.
That is over. That is over for 16.
Okay. So another hit. You kick her leg there and take the moment to just kind of like open palm, like smack her in the shoulder. 2 hits. One more attack.
That is also above.
All right. 3 hits. As you just she dodges the first one and then you just punish her for every little like mismovement in her footwork and she's hisses and is going to try to attack you. 11,
No,
8,
no.
and 16. As she's just getting like angrier and angrier, like starting to get wild and wilder swings.
Okay.
3 misses to your now 3 hits on her 1.
It was a natural 19.
Okay. She's like going for these wild swings, and you just step up to her so you're like in her reach, and just like do the same shoulder bump that Drae did, but it knocks her back like 5 feet.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, as you're knock her back, and as she and like goes to run forward to like jump up and kick, you just step sideways till she falls down and just push her, and she falls over as she's trying to land and just hits the ground like spilling sideways into the ring.
She would reach out to help her up.
She like takes your hand and you pull her up and she nods at you. I will go skulk and sulk.
You get a free drink. Tell him. Tell him.
Walks over and sits down by my car, doesn't head over to the bar.
Another round from mugs!
So you're coming around with drinks once again. That'll probably calm down most of the fighting that's going on for the evening.
Yeah.
There'll probably be like fights inside of that after, but nothing so exciting. As
I marked off the 70.
one of the bouncers you have outside like comes in and you see him like looking around until he spots you and starts walking over and boss,
Yeah.
some lady outside asked us to grab you.
Oh, okay. She'll just go outside.
Head out. And the one bouncer's like standing there like looking confusedly at a woman. You can't see her features. There is this deep purple cloak that is pulled all the way over her head, but it's fine embroidery work going down all of it. It looks to be rather nice silk, as you hear.
Would I recognize it?
You would immediately know that this is Mistress.
You guys can. You want to talk here, or you want to go around somewhere else, or we can go to a room upstairs.
Gloved hand reaches out to you and
She'll grab it
grabs on, and she will just start walking you down Bar Street.
Yeah.
During the evening. There's quite a bit of celebration going on because it is the New Year's. Lots of bars are quite busy. There's fireworks going off and people celebrating in the street, or getting a little too drunk in the street. And she just walks with you. I got your invitation.
Yeah, I started the bar. The one
I
that
noticed.
it's
I'm
exciting.
afraid I cannot make an appearance
That's-
inside, but
that's
I thought
okay.
I would come congratulate you in person.
Thanks. She's like, she lost her. She's like, she was all excited now. She's like,
just don't know how to take the compliment. She's, any plans to make it useful?
it's definitely for fighting. I got a fighting ring in there and everything. And it's always open for the gang to come hang out.
Gang.
I thought perhaps you were looking to gather rumors. A useful endeavor.
I also, dude, that total. Can she do an insight check?
Make me a deception.
What did she got?
What did you get?
I got 22.
She got a 16. She grins over at you, having pulled back her hood a bit. I knew you were an astute one.
Thanks. Thanks.
And lets go of your hand and like ruffles your head a little bit. And is walking with you. It is a fine evening.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer than I thought it could be in the situation we're in.
Well, people always find a way to celebrate, don't they?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's two shadow monks at the bar now that I think might stick around sometimes. Like, I fought one of them, and she's took a hit before we started, but it was okay, because I beat her anyways.
My capable one.
She just...
Well, it sounds like you have good beginnings here. I'm glad to see you have stuck so closely to what I asked.
On any day that it's not super busy, you should come see it.
Perhaps I can make a visit. It was difficult enough to arrange leaving the castle without being noticed, so we shall have to see if it is a possibility.
Okay.
Perhaps you would walk me back.
We have to stop at the bar so I could tell someone, but then I can walk you back.
Motions back towards the bar as you guys kind of loop around Bar Street a bit.
Yeah, she'll be like, wait here. She'll go inside and go to Big Red and be like, I'll be right back. I have to take someone home. Yep. It's, she's gone.
You head out with her. As she'll walk back, it's a fairly long walk back into the inner run and then to the palace. And you guys get to the gates, and she just kind of chats with you. A very kind of like motherly sort of like walk and chat. A very warm feeling you get from it. She seems proud of you.
Aww. So
doesn't ever
cute.
say it, but seems very pleased with your progress. And you guys get there, and she grabs you and gives you a kiss on your brow, and keep up the good work. I look forward to more
She like
such
tackles her.
invitations. Aye. Yes. Hugs you back. Less of the squeezing. Less of the... As she looks over the gate, the guards are eyeing you really warily, and she pulls back the hood, and they're like, "That's where you went." They open the door, and she grins at them and walks in. And you have like a 30-minute walk back to your bar.
She like runs, like she's not walking.
Yeah,
she's
you
using
make
her
it-
shadow
you're
stuff,
fast.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leaping between shadows. Fireworks occasionally, like, fuck. Have to walk a bit until it wears
Scared.
off.
She comes back like she's fallen twice to fireworks
You
scares.
get that.
Oh shit. Terrifying.
Lorelei.
Mm-hmm.
It's not until Big Red is like staring at you and walking up to the group of like 4 of you sitting there, and he's like, "I need to talk to you."
But what?
Motions away with his head.
Sort of pats Ari's thigh and gets up.
She looks very interested, but you watch her swallow her curiosity. As Big Red will lead you...
In her head, she just hears later.
Big Red will lead you over to one of the rooms and like lean against the wall. Like, "I'm not very good with women. I'm
Oh,
not paying for...
I've noticed.
Yeah. Sure. So... Never mind." And he's gonna start walking away.
You're adorable.
Stops. Starts walking again.
Just make a move. She's waiting for you to.
Stops and turns. He's like, "I don't think so. She's taking someone else home." Turns and starts walking downstairs.
Who knows her better? Who knows people better?
Pauses. Looks at you. Yeah, maybe. And then we'll walk downstairs.
Insight check.
Okay.
I want to know what the fuck.
Actually, no insight check.
Hold on. Lorelei's not gonna make an insight check?
Nope.
Are you gonna read his mind?
That's a first.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a first.
You let him walk away. As
A ripple goes through the
you get back,
cosmos.
Xylo, and you can see Big Red is sitting at the bar, like slumped, and occasionally you can see him just like tip a bottle back.
It's like the end of the night, right? Like people.
It's
going-
late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite.
She would be like before she'd like notice and be like starting to herd people out.
Okay,
Like he's
you-
clearly had
start
enough.
herding people out, and Mayakar comes over. "Perhaps we can rent a room from you."
Yeah, of course. Timothy, can I get a key?
What? Tosses one towards you.
Catches it and hands it to her. It's
Thank you.
yeah, one night free. Tomorrow, ask Timothy about the price. I told him.
I suppose I will not take, or not say no to the charity. Well, boys, you see the looks on their faces? Go find somewhere you are more welcome. As the people are looking around, like, "Alright, somewhere without a cannibal." A couple of people laugh, and they start heading out the door.
Drake sort of like.
Instead of like, "Roar!" Instead of mad scramble for the door.
Okay, she would also
pitch back
like
down.
get the party out to be like, I'll be at the tower eventually.
As Purvis will look up at Drae like, "I tried. I'm going to bed," and walk out.
Gives him like a solemn thumbs up.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah. Do you want to chase the rest of the party out, or?
Yeah, she would be like, I'll be at the tower soon. I just have
Okay.
to talk to Red.
Well,
Yeah,
I know,
on
I
your
know.
way, Lorelei would like catch your hand. I don't know what you did, but he's worried about
I did
you
something?
and him. Yeah.
Maybe he'll make the move or whatever. Let's walk away, grumbling.
Okay.
Well, I know when our welcome is worn out, and she'll take Lorelei's hand out of Yaikzal's hand and walk her down the
Well,
stairs.
you guys will let go to walk away.
Yeah, no, she walks up in time to like grab it out of your hand, walk away.
She's all slick. She's like, I'd never let your hand fall on the lady.
As Kea'Na comes over, he like picks up the drunk guy, the old man who has been asleep in the corner most of this time.
Kea'Na,
Yeah.
let him sleep here.
No! And walks out. Guys, that's how we gotta go.
Alright, make sure he's not in the street though, okay?
That's where he lives.
Yeah, but he shouldn't sleep there.
That's where he lives. He
Just-
sleeps where he lives.
Just for tonight.
Okay. Where do I put him?
I don't know, do you know where that one, black something bar is?
No.
Sleep there. I have a place.
Alright.
Actually. Here.
Starts loading him onto you.
No, just follow us.
Oh.
As you guys are walking, yeah, I heard you from the Feywild, but the flesh in the Feywild doesn't sustain him the way the flesh here does, and that's
Sleep.
why he's here now. I think.
As Lorelei is gonna lead Ari and Kea'Na to her halfway home.
Okay.
The Warrens and...
Yeah, the new one would have space. So you put him down there like, oh, we should probably make sure somebody's watching because he has a lot of money.
He smells
Why
like
does he
pee.
have money?
Because I gave him money.
How much?
500 gold.
Kea'Na, he's gonna get hurt.
He's going to get drunk.
No, he's gonna get hurt.
Why?
People with that much money get hurt.
I gave him it
Around
before. I
here.
gave him way more money before, and then you guys told me not to.
Yeah, it's a miracle he's still alive.
He does drink a lot.
So, just out of character though, this is something that Beryl probably would have been working on with her about, like, understanding the value of money and what
Well,
it
she
can.
gets the value of money.
But she doesn't understand giving a drunk 500 gold.
She's given him 2,000 gold, and he was fine.
Okay, I didn't know she gave him 2,000 gold.
Yeah, the first time when you guys were like, Kea'Na, where'd your money go? And she had 2,000 gold had disappeared, and she was like, I gave it to somebody. You met the somebody now.
Oh, okay.
So, this is her good friend, John. As you guys get rooms for the evening.
Yeah.
Yaikzal, what are you doing in your bar?
Go sit next to Big Red.
Looks around.
What's up with you? You were all happy before they got back.
How was your partner?
You're my partner, yeah.
No, you're taking him home.
I never took anyone home.
You said you'd come back after you took someone home.
It was my mom.
What?
She came to visit.
Right. Looks at the bottle. Shit.
She'll grab the bottle and take it.
Hey, guess what? I thought you were. I
No,
didn't think nothing.
I like you.
Right.
If it's not clear enough.
Yeah.
Been kind of subtle.
Right.
You did really good in the ring, though. It's pretty hot.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. When I'm mad.
You know, not just heat wise.
Oh.
Looks over glasses.
She doesn't
This,
know.
I don't know what to do here. Usually I would pay you at this point. There's not all this talking in the middle. Not very good.
Better get. I'm pretty talkative, and if you're
Yeah.
tired of me, you could tell me that. But
Not yet.
not yet. That's comforting.
Sometimes you talk a lot.
Is that too much for you?
No,
Why?
not good at talking.
That's reasonable.
Most of the time I just hit people.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get into more fights in the ring.
No. Most times I don't have to hit people because I'm... Grabs one of his tusks and gives it like a firm yank. Grab your horn and like, Ryan. How do we close this thing?
Well, first we clean up, which I don't want to do right now.
Drae and Wednesday are trying to sneak out
Looks over.
at this point.
Looks over like, Timothy! He's like about to run over, yeah? Clean up!
No,
I'm
Timothy.
off the clock!
Timothy, you can go home. I'll clean up. You can go home, Red.
He gets up, goes over to the closet and like pulls out a mop
Aww.
and will help you clean up the bar.
Is it a normal person-sized mop?
No,
That's
it's not
big.
good.
It's a big.
It's like a large-sized mop for a normal
She made this
Okay.
bar to accommodate
Yeah.
him.
I know, I
Like,
just really want it with like a tiny little...
He's mopping up, and it gets like mostly clean. He's like, "All right, we're going home.
We're going to your house?
Don't make me say it twice. I'm not good at it."
Oh my gosh. Okay. She's all excited. Like, she's like you
He
can.
starts pointing on me, keeps looking at me like,
She's holding his arm.
"Not used to people being excited." To his house. As we'll fade to black.
Drae and Wednesday, like, would be heading home.
Okay.
And just like, you're not sleeping alone tonight.
Right. Very forward.
Just in general until we get these, like, assassins sorted out.
Oh, well, that's less forward. Not sure if I'm
Do you want me-
disappointed.
Do you want me to be more forward?
Sure. Does this mean you're gonna get more blunt and pig-headed though?
No guarantee.
Maybe we'll keep it as is then.
Alright.
Alright.
Picks her up.
Hey! Oh! Hey! As you carry her back to the tower, and she just kind of like settles into your arms and she's like, "Careful, I might have injured you and I beat you there."
It was a real close fight.
Well, perhaps I'll give you the dignity of a rematch sometime.
How about 20 minutes?
Winks at you. As you guys return to the tower, we will also fade to black there.
Also, the keys that the Kea'Na and Mayakar have, they have the key to exit, so they can lock up if they leave and go back
okay.
in. It's not just they're locked into the bar.
You give him a lock for the bar.
Yeah.
As everybody settles into their various rests, is there anything else anybody wants to deal with in roleplay here before we move on?
For tonight, no.
Where did Kea'Na end up?
Kea'Na would end up back at the tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lorelei would probably be at the inn
Yeah, with Ari.
with Ari, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No fade to black on that one, though. They're just hanging out.
Yeah. You guys
Mayan or
head to
Black
bed.
Monk? Or the halfway home?
Not the
No,
not
they head to
the
the Black Monk.
Black
Black
Monk.
Monk.
Or is that where Ari's staying?
I don't know. I thought she
Ari's
was
staying at
swankier.
a higher class zone.
Yeah,
So you
I
guys
was like-
make your way to one of the slightly nicer inns and head to bed for the evening. All right, so it's 7:52, so I think we'll take our break a little bit early. We'll come back in 10-15 minutes. We'll wrap up downtime stuff, and then we will get into what happens after the downtime.
Epic.
Yay!
So, folks,
Open to
as I said, we will see you very soon. Oh, we got a new Be Right Back screen. So,
Enjoy.
and it's
And it's
more
Big Red Egg.
It's so appropriate right
yeah,
now.
it's super. It's not from this session, obviously, because I don't have it yet, but it is from Big Red and Yaikzal dancing together during
Last
the last
session.
festival. So,
We're back.
welcome back. Welcome back. So, before we jump in, we had some chat that I wasn't looking at, and he said John the Beast, which is the old drunk man we had in the bar, and bar rivalries. Indeed, we had many bar rivalries there. So, where we left off was the group having just celebrated the new year in Yaikzal's brand new bar that was made just in time for the holiday. We had quite a few NPCs come to visit and say hello to their friends. A couple of fights were had in the brand new fighting ring as well, and Mistress Sarah was taken on a walk and quite proud of her girl.
Got
And
taken home.
with a few of the group members getting lucky that evening. Yaikzal and Big Red having their first intimate moment together for the evening. And Wednesday and Drae having their second. And the rest of you found your rest.
That you know
went to
of.
bed. We lost a viewer there,
Dungeon
so
Master.
it feels like... just like, I watched it tick down and I was like,
Like-
well, somebody doesn't like people getting lucky.
Someone's jealous.
All right, so we return the next morning. Well, actually, sorry, we're going to jump into downtime. So who cares about the next morning?
So something you guys would notice over the next couple of weeks is that the tower drastically changes in security. You would notice that all of the doors will become much sturdier. All of the windows gain steel shutters that look nice, but they go over and they lock with bars on the inside. And then you would see a big casting of magic fall over the tower. And, yeah, lots of magic happen.
The other huge thing would be the excavation underneath it, as they are adding a corridor around the basement with rooms coming off of it, which will greatly increase the space you guys have for apprentices and whatnot, as the tower is very crowded at the moment.
Yeah. Drae is sticking to his promise and is keeping Wednesday company to make sure she doesn't sleep alone.
It's the staircase with the big room. Yeah, so there's another level being put in.
Oh, right, yeah, it's not around the basement anymore. It's its own full sub-basement at that point. So yeah, there's a large... there's now a large room underneath the basement with a spiral staircase leading down into it that's kind of a common area, and then rooms all the way along the edge of that in like a square pattern going out. So a couple more of your working class apprentices can move in, and your apprentices can also claim some of the better rooms right away. And the tower gets a little roomier. People can start to spread out a little more. It's been very tight quarters until these rooms were added in.
And there's still the 6 dorms on the second floor.
Yes, correct. Yeah, there's still the dorm room. So, Berrian, during your downtime, there are a number of things that happen, but the major ones are with your apprentices, who you set to work, basically. You start overseeing them and helping them in different projects so that they can start to learn how to operate a wizard's tower and start to get a little closer introduction to magic, especially some of them who are brand new at this sort of thing.
Like general magic safety and
Yeah.
just all that kind of stuff.
3 of your novices who are working for you decide to leave your service after a month. They, 2 of them, decide to leave. They've done about 4 months at this point of working for you and realized that they're not cut out for magical work. They take the skills they gained as scribes and decide to leave your service.
I write them recommendations.
Yeah, okay.
Aw.
You write them recognitions for their skills as scribes.
Except for one.
their attentiveness.
Piece of shit.
During the same period, 2 of them, so there is a third one who leaves, who actually succeeds at learning first level magic underneath you, and it's quite exciting, but they decide that given how full your tower is and whatnot, they're looking for somebody who's got a little more time for them specifically. They thank you profusely for everything you taught them, but they make their way out into the world from there. And then one of your students also learns first level magic, but decides to stay around. It is the Furbolg, the blue-haired female Furbolg.
Oh yeah, and she moves up into as my 6th apprentice slot.
Yes, so there would be some celebration the first time she manages to cast a first level spell and comes running in and I can watch.
Hey, okay.
And she tries and just ruins the casting of a spell in her excitement. No, I swear.
Try again.
Alright. Try again. A little slower this time. Moves into the chanting and the hand motions as she casts magic missile and just sends 3 blasts flying into
I cast a shield spell and protect myself. I'm like, okay.
I did it!
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
See? Does this mean I can be an apprentice now?
You can, and the first lesson is going to be aiming spells.
Okay.
And target acquirement.
Alright.
You're in.
Great.
Go talk to Wednesday, and you can get your robes.
Okay. She'll go talk to Wednesday and get upgraded to her apprentice robes.
Cool.
And the other thing that would happen is a few people would approach you looking for apprenticeship as one of your working novices.
Yeah, I go.
There's one of particular interest who approaches. As
Hagren.
Hagren walks in. No,
Want to
so
learn magic?
what happens is you would get
Can I-
notified by your guard
if
that somebody
you-
is
can
waiting
I-
to meet with you.
This
Okay.
big
And
legs.
there would be they look fairly dark-skinned, human, male, bald head, and they look at you. Hello, I would be interested in becoming a novice under you.
Right. What's your name?
Perhaps we could speak somewhere more private.
Sure. bring him up to
Lorelei perks up. Private?
like I'll take him up into the my study.
Okay. You take him up to your study and he looks about. I don't wish to fool you with anything. I do mean that I want to work for you. I thought perhaps I should be up front if I did that. As you watch his head start to like shift a bit, and the black turns like a deeper shade of blue, and from the bald head, a couple of like almost tendrils start to extend until there's like these blue bulbs sticking off his head, and his voice radically changes. Right. Sorry for the confusion.
Do I? Oh, sorry.
You are completely unfamiliar with this race.
I did not know how I would be treated in the city, so I stole a few tips from people.
What's your name?
Oh, well, most people not so pronounce it good, but Xylo work.
Xylo?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to try the full thing?
No,
Okay.
your tongue does not fork enough.
No, I can appreciate how sometimes being treated isn't the best. As an elf in a Lochran, I don't know if you've heard.
Mr. Lochran.
This is a Lochran. This is our city.
Oh, very cool.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking,
I can't handle
where
it.
are you from?
Oh, I came through the door that was opened.
You're from
The ceiling? No.
the city. Up there.
Oh, yes.
He's like,
I came through, heard this tower except the students.
okay, so we have some questions. Are you... you know we're at war, right?
War? No.
Okay. What's your goals?
Goals.
To learn magic. That's
yes,
like your main
come
one?
and work as apprentice, yes.
Okay.
These
And
are the goals.
there's not magic schools on your city?
Oh yes, many of them. But I heard you do not, your terms, your length of contract much better.
Length of contract.
Yes.
Do they make you work for a long time? Or
Oh, yes. Well, my brother, he tried to get me apprenticeship, but I don't want to work 100 years, you know.
you live 100 years?
Oh, no. Much longer.
How long do you live?
Long time.
1,000 years?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have not died yet, but I will tell you when I do.
Well, I'll take you on as a
I'll tell you.
under one condition.
Okay. No, not 100 years, sorry.
We're not doing. There's no years.
Oh, good, then I didn't know this here.
You're allowed to work here as long and you know try to work yourself on magic. That's one of the things that I'm trying to promote is more magic.
Good, yes, more
As long as you're not working against our tower and our city and doing anything malicious against the people that I care about.
I'm hoping to work inside, not against, yes.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Go talk to
Very good.
Wednesday, and I like make a
Very good.
picture of her. I'm like, this is the woman you're looking for.
Yes.
Does he-
Okay.
Do you
Does
need
he
a?
hide his face when he's in there?
For now, he definitely will
Because
be.
the minute Yaikzal would see him, she would never go to the tower.
No, he's usually in human form. He presents as like a tall, bald black man, and he's like,
I had good feeling about you, yes, okay.
Do
Very
you need a
good,
place to
Xylo.
stay, or are you going back to your city?
No, not go back to city.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to stay here if you need a place.
Oh, very thank from Xylo.
Okay. No problem. I like reach out to shake his hand.
he looks at you.
What do you want?
This is a greeting that we do.
He puts his hand out and shakes it up
I
and
should-
down. Doesn't touch yours.
Yes.
No, I'm like
Very good.
I like touch his hand. I'm like this.
Oh, not so good idea.
Oh, why?
As he puts his foot against your hip and is gonna until he manages to pull his hand off.
What is what?
It's very sticky.
Did I see when he dropped his thing? What he looked like?
Yeah, you could. He's in his regular form right now, and his hand just like stuck to you like glue.
You, why are they sticky?
You did not warn me.
You can make it unsticky?
Yes, of course, of course, of course, of course.
Okay. One other condition.
Okay.
You can. Will you explain to me what you are?
Xylo.
No, your race.
Oh.
I've never met someone like you.
Not very fast, no.
No. Okay. Well, you can take your time, but I'm interested to learning about your people.
Oh, this is different. Yes, okay, I tell you.
Okay. And I will go get him set up.
Okay, yeah, you get Xylo set up. And then the other person will be a female elf who will come by and ask to interview with you as well. A woman by the name of Milel.
Hello.
Hello, I was told this is Berrian's tower.
That's me. I'm Berrian. This is a tower. Your name's Milel. You're here.
Right. Is it true you're accepting novices?
I am.
I wish to apply to become one of them.
Okay.
If you have an application, I can fill it out for you. I am a capable reader and writer.
Mm-hmm. What made you decide to come check it out?
If I'm being perfectly honest,
That would be. I prefer that.
circumstance. My family's situation is not superb, and when I heard there was a wizard tower giving people a shot, I thought perhaps it would be an opportunity.
Okay. Here's my next question, and this is the most important one. If you were to get access to magic, what would you do with it?
Probably try to make enough money to move my family away from home.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. Yes. If you're an apt writer, that's something we could definitely use. Reader and writer, we could use some scribing help. And then obviously I can't make you learn magic. It's something that you're going to have to develop an ability for, but I can help you and give you the tools.
Very well.
All right.
That sounds fine to me.
Awesome. You want to speak to this woman, and I make it a minor illusion. Like, her name's Wednesday. She'll get you set up with whatever you need. I'm assuming you live in the city here.
I could.
Oh, where do you normally live?
I'm from out of town, a few towns over.
Do you need a place to stay?
Are there any you would recommend?
You could stay at the tower here if you need a place to stay.
Yes, please.
Okay, yes, you can stay. Yes, she'll set you up.
Okay, so she'll go down and find Wednesday, and that'll be it for the shuffle with your students. So you're now at 6 apprentices, which is the maximum you're capable of.
Yeah.
But you still have room for more working novices.
Okay.
All right, and then that is, other than the bit of money you make selling some of your students' creations and helping them along, and upgrading your tower as well as adding new defenses to it. Is there anything I'm missing?
Circles.
Correct. Thank you. Yeah, that's the other big one. Right. So you would get word over to the Arcanum, the organization, not the building, and let them know that you are now capable enough to cast third circle spells. You would get a missive back giving you a date and time upon which a Grand Magus will be arriving to give you your circles.
Okay.
I need to go find her name because I fucking went through an episode and found it.
Catherine.
Was it Catherine?
No. It could be.
I almost could have gotten that. I wrote it down after that because I was like not wanting to go look through things again. NPCs. Nope.
You won't be able to find it. $5 and you won't be able to find it.
There it is. Laura Baker.
Laura Baker.
I remember that name. It's so bland, it hurts.
Hello, Laura.
She's a human woman. So, it will be on that day and time that she arrives. Carriage pulls her up outside of the tower, and she steps out. You can see the older woman looks to be in her 70s and kind of stepping gracefully into your courtyard. Well, I suppose you're looking for your circles. Want to make a bit of show out of it for your students?
Sure.
Very well.
I'll bring her in.
Get them all in the courtyard here, and I'll step you up and congratulate you on your achievements.
Why don't you come into the tower? You can see the classrooms.
I suppose.
I take her in. I speak a word as we enter so that the guards and stuff, the guards and wards doesn't affect her.
Okay. Speak the password and she's looking around.
Well enchanted, well enchanted.
And I'm gonna... Wednesday, can you get the students?
Sure. All of them?
Yep, everybody.
Alright, get them all, and she'll run about shouting through the house like, "Where are the rest of you? Get out, Daddy, won't you?" Just gather them as best she can from the various corners of the tower and their research that they're doing. And eventually you will have all of your students there. Laura will have a look about the tower and kind of nod.
Yeah.
Very good. Before they're all here, you want to put on a little show? Maybe cast something at 6th level for them as you get your circles?
Sure.
What do you got?
Disintegration and
I'm
guards and
not sure I
wars.
suggest that one. Perhaps we don't do the display.
Maybe not.
Yes, I think maybe not.
Actually, you know what? They can see me do this because I have to cast it every day anyways. I'll cast guards and wards.
Very well. Well, it's already here. It's not very flashy. Just save it for later.
Sure.
Not everything works out perfectly every time.
No.
Oh my, you've got quite a coterie here. She looks at your students, like, slowly gathering, and more of them are coming out.
It's interesting how eclectic the group can get when you don't have a lot of base requirements, just a requirement that they have the will to want to achieve.
Tends to fill up fast, yes. Well, all right.
This is Laura Baker. She's the Grand Magus.
I'm Laura Baker. I'm a Grand Magus.
Don't forget my name!
What do you do? I'm here on behalf of the Arcanum to bestow Berrian, the Magus, his circles for having reached 3rd circle as a caster. Berrian, prepare yourself to be bestowed.
I prepare myself.
She will reach out, and she will take out 3 silver circles that are, like, looped together and fused, and pin them to your one collar. Take out another 3 and pin them to your other collar of your Magus robes.
Well, you're officially recognized as a 3rd circle caster by the Arcanum, and I hope to see you doing a little bit more, so soon we can make you a Grand Magus,
Yeah, now I just have to find those rogue wizards, eh?
Right. Well, if you're looking for advancement, the next time we need to call a council,
Okay.
I shall look for you to capture them.
And you should prepare to be bestowed. And I'm gonna, like, yell
Looks a little surprised
for one of the guards.
straightens up.
Can you bring them out? And they're going to bring out 4 or 5 big packages and put them down on the ground. I believe I owe you some research notes.
I believe that is correct.
And here they are, so far.
This is a lot more than what you owe, I think, judging by the library.
Take it as an intention.
Go on.
There's 600 gold worth of notes here.
Just see her grin a little bit.
Well, very well. I'll send a cart for it, because my carriage is not really equipped for this.
Alright, it'll be at the gate with the guards.
Very good. Well, you lot. Well, there's a lot of them. Scatter. Shoot.
Oh, and then I hand her a note.
Okay. She takes it and tucks it away. while
It's
she's
my sigil.
shooing.
For my
Very
circle.
Good. Very good. I shall add it to the archive.
Alright.
Now that the menagerie is gone, I do believe you owe your dues for the year, along with those of your students.
Yeah, what are the dues?
So at your level, it is 500 gold per year, and then 10 gold per apprentice.
Okay, so 560.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, I pay that as well.
Okay, you pay her the dues and whatnot.
And I'm judging by the fact that the first 6th level spell you mentioned being disintegrate, that you're alright if some of the rogue wizards are a little hairier sort that we send you after?
Sure.
Very well. Well, congratulations. Keep up the good work. Don't fuck it up.
He turns and starts walking out.
I just giggle.
Okay, and she will make her way out, and so you are bestowed your 3 rings, which identify you as a 3rd circle caster, which is a distinction of some repute. 6th level spells are not the most common. Not anybody can boast 3 circles.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if I'm forgetting nothing else, let's move on to Drae.
Ooh.
Doesn't even know what he's forgetting.
So, Drae, most of your downtime is managing your criminal guild, I do believe, right?
Yes.
So, you do a little bit of a shake-up, as I understand. Do you want to describe to Tethel the new organization system? If you want to approach him at some point?
All right. I've come up with a plan.
Okay.
We need more people managing things.
All right.
But we don't have people fit to manage things on their own.
We're lacking in that department, yes.
So, the way I see it is like this. We appoint some lieutenants, give them a group of people, assign them to things. You'll sort of watch after all of them, because I'm not always around. And we'll just sort of see where things go. We'll keep our eyes and ears open, learn things, try to stay out of, like, the stickier sort of stuff.
Alright. So, how many do you want? I could think of a few people who've been around long enough who could probably handle it.
I think, like, 4 or 5 to start.
5? Alright. Well, I can find 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, people you can trust.
Yeah, I've got a few. Alright. And am I a lieutenant as well, then?
I don't know army ranks. You're above them.
Right. I'll look into it.
Major?
Maybe. Nods at you. He will get back to you in like 2 days, like, it's captain.
Okay. Good.
Alright. I might be wrong about that.
Maybe.
I was looking at them like a month or two ago, but it escapes me.
Yeah.
So, that is how you start to structure your organization. He picks out a few people who he can trust, who start to manage like groups of like 3 to 6 of the more rank and file members, and they start to take on some responsibility. A few of them do kind of nothing with it, like they just do their best but don't show stellar results. A couple of them actually take the reins and make some things happen.
Yeah.
And then for his own part, Tethel does a fantastic job. Like really steps into having an official role in the group, and keeps them coordinated and pulls off some work on his own. Like really steps up.
There's actually there's one guy who didn't make me any money or like do anything successfully. He's been replaced. By the end of the 4 months, there's a different person now doing his job.
I think he's one of the first level thieves. So
No, he's one of the 0 level people.
Okay, yeah, Tethel comes and meets you and gives you the report. You're like, and this guy's like,
yeah.
You're like, out.
Yeah. No.
All right. Fair enough. Okay, so you do that. Your organization goes to work with their...
And then also, like, the bards that I hired before, do a little... We don't have, like, a ton of room for people. If, like, people approach us with interest, we can, like, expand it. But basically, I would just hire the bards to spread the word that,
Sure.
we exist.
You can, so many of those bards are going to leave with the festival leaving.
Yeah.
Ending, but a few of them will stick around, and you can kind of use them as your go-to people for when you need to spread word, which there's like the cost for that. So you have some people to go to directly to spread word.
Nice. Some contacts.
Yeah. So that happens, and then I can't think of anything else specific.
Yeah, I spend some time looking at, like, keeping an eye on the outsiders.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So you start to gather rumors as much as you can about this. You would find out that your brother has hired one of them. And you would also be able to find out about the outside place that it is very... the people you guys are meeting are not just the cream of the crop, but also like kind of the central organization that controls it. They are specifically apostles to a god called Arbitrary.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the ones who come over. People start to come through the gate in this period of time. And most of them are just people looking around. They're very different from what people are used to, and there's a lot of fear around it. But most of them are just kind of like tourists, and the guards have been instructed to treat them just like tourists. There's a few that come through that start to kind of get classified with different ranks for how powerful they are. Some even on the level that they could be running one of the like bastions of the outsiders in the cities. And there's a few like serious fights that go on between the Soaring Knights and them. And the other thing you would find is people who go to that city are treated well, but find it entirely disorienting. The rules are very different there, and they change street by street. But the people are mostly accommodating to them. There are reports of people who like don't come back, and there are definitely some people who ended up like enslaved from deals they made while there, not realizing what they were getting themselves into. But it's like this weird kind of meeting of alien cultures.
Cultural exchange, one might say.
The other thing you would find out, though, is that the city is basically left to its own devices. The apostles don't rule as any form of government. Thessakar, there are tons of people over there who might not even know him by name. And the city over there is a collection of pieces of other cities that have been stolen from various worlds over the years. And it's just this chaotic mass. All brought together with no real rulership instated. Arbitrary cares little about it except using it as a bartering piece in his games. So the only organized resistance you're up against is Arbitrary's apostles. It's not some city waiting to invade.
Okay.
So that is what you would find out from your few months of rumor gathering.
I'm gonna go pay Berrian a visit.
Yes, Danny?
Before he finds me. I'm discreetly hiring a bard for a performance.
Okay.
To write a song.
I know one.
I'm looking for a good one.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Like a really good bard?
Yeah, you can find a good bard in the city, probably at the Adventure Guild.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We need to go somewhere discreet.
Sure, I know a couple bars.
Okay. More
Show up at
discreet.
Yaikzal's.
Like just me and you.
Quiet alley.
Okay. We go there.
Okay, you end up in the alley. He's like, you try to mug me.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to try to mug you. I want you to create a song.
Okay.
Okay? And I have some very specific things. And I hand him like a notebook. And it's
From you.
No. Look, this is just a gathering of rumors and of stories and of whatever. However you want to come, vague descriptions, just stuff that I've gathered, myths and legends about this person. And they've been called the Butcher of Alokrin.
Never heard of a Butcher of a Lockroom.
I know, not until... And then I hand him the notebook. And it's just descriptions of this, like, heart-ripping, cannibalist, and just, like, description of him in the Isles, and, like, vague descriptions of what he looks like. But there's multiple descriptions, but it's clear that he's a man. And
He looks over, he's like, looks up at you. This is total bullshit. I love it. Leave
Absolutely. There's enough there that it's like, he used to be an elven male, but we don't know who. And there's like enough there to like kind of be like, it could be real. But
I'll write something spine-tingling with this. Don't
okay,
worry.
good. Thank you.
Oh my god.
All right. And,
Maybe 500 gold.
okay, great. 500 now, and then another 200. You will get a bonus if I'm impressed.
Deal.
But here's another 500. Here's 500.
Takes the money from you.
Hold on, before I hand it to him, can I roll a bullshit check for 500 gold?
Oh, he's... Woo! Woo! So, you don't need to roll a bullshit check.
13.
He threw out a huge number.
Okay, I'm going to look at him and be like,
You already agreed.
are you worth 500?
Yep. On a good date.
Are his eyes brown?
Yep.
I'm like, you realize you're so full of shit, your eyes are brown.
Alright, 300.
Okay. I give him 500.
Fucking sweet. Yeah, he'll take the money, grin at you like, I know where to find you. You're the guy with the tower.
Yeah. Just, come show me when you have it completed.
Will do, boss.
Okay.
He'll head off, and he's already like humming, like putting some melodies together as he's walking away. As Drae, you find your brother probably in his tower helping his students.
What did that guy want?
No, that he would...
No, this one.
I'm just really...
Yes?
I'm just gonna like grab your arm and pull you into like the library or somewhere. Like not saying anything.
Walk up. Yes?
You hired one of them?
Hired what?
One of the creepy blue people.
No, I absolutely did not hire anyone like Thessakar. Does Thessakar have bulbs on his head?
Nope.
Okay. No, I didn't hire anyone like
I'm not
Thessakar.
talking about Thessakar, I'm talking about, like, them.
I hired a jovial black man. I hired an elvish woman. I have a turtle, a furbolg.
So you know it's wrong, you aren't even gonna tell me who it is.
Could you be more specific?
One of the creepy outsider people.
Yes, I did hire one of those. And not hire, he came on to work.
Why? Why would you take him in?
Because he has nothing to do. Like, have you done a little bit of look into their city?
I have been.
They have nothing to do with what's going on. They're just there. They're as much of just a product of their own situation as it is.
Yeah, we can't trust them.
Well, we can't trust anybody if we go by most of the logic.
Ugh.
Here's the thing. When we came to the city, nobody gave us the time of day. Nobody gave us nothing. Like, do I have my suspicions? Do I have my things? Yes. Am I keeping an eye on him? Yes. Am I giving him as much of a free reign as other people? Probably not.
Alright.
But who am I to just write someone off because they look like something, or because they came from a certain
They
place?
don't belong here.
Who's to say that? There's so many.
They're from a different dimension.
Sure, and you're partially from the Feywild.
You don't... that could be anything.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna bring out what's her name. Starts with an F.
One of your students?
No, Shadow Lady. Farena?
Oh, Farena, yeah.
I'm gonna bring up. Farena's from the Shadowfell.
Nope.
Where's she from?
Underdark.
Farena's from the Underdark.
That's-
She's not supposed to be here.
That's different. They follow our same rules.
No, they don't. They absolutely do not. She left her people because her people are bullshit.
Yeah, like... They scare me.
I agree. I understand that. You know what also scared me? Coming to a locker with you and not knowing anyone. And leaving everything behind. And getting treated like shit and having to work hard and sleep in... Do you remember when you ate that fruit?
I'm not having this conversation again.
I'm just saying, we've gone through things.
Ugh.
And wouldn't it have been a little bit nice if maybe we just once in a while, somebody just like, you know, if every time we reached something that didn't have to be a huge wall we had to scale, once in a while somebody's like, hey, it looks like you could use a crate to step up on. Oh, you want a hand? Wouldn't that be nice? Like a little bit?
Like 2 months ago, one of them tried to kill you.
Who?
I don't know, the weird clay things.
You mean the animated soldiers?
Who do you think animated them?
I don't know. We haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. One of them.
Them.
How do you know it's not the person you hired?
So the outsiders that are coming through the gate, they're wide and varied in all different... Okay. I'm like, when you say them, and I'm going to like make a minor image of like 10 different, like a crowd of them, of all the different types and sites of people. When you say them, which one? Because it's a hodgepodge. Great. And I click and I make an image of a group of like an elf, a dwarf, a gnome, a svirfneblin, a genasi, a gif. And I'm like, which one of them is the problem?
None of them.
None of them. And I'm like, specifically that one at the back is an axe murderer from Carr. I saw him in a book.
Yeah, but we can deal with that. I can deal with that.
The one over there was an archmagus that was killed for making an undead army.
Okay, well, something stronger than me can deal with that. I don't know what to believe with these people.
Neither do I. Would you like me to kick them out?
No. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome to hang around if you want.
I have stuff to do. Other people to keep safe.
Okay. I think I can handle myself. If there's a problem, I'll get a hold of you.
Alright.
Wednesday knows of him too. I would have told Wednesday.
Sure. Yeah.
And been like, you know what, just keep an eye.
Yeah.
I gotta like hug him, be like, I understand your situation, but the only way that we make this better is by getting rid of the things that are a problem and being more accepting of change. I think half the problem with this place and the way that we are is that we take change as a problem instead of as an opportunity. Instead of looking at them all as enemies, what if we look at it as, what if some of them are powerful allies that could give us an opportunity to get rid of this quicker? Or maybe they have some information we don't.
I mean, that's your thing.
Okay, so
You worry about...
I'll do my
change
thing,
and
I'll
whatever.
take care of that side. You take care of your stuff, the stuff that I don't do, like eating feet and
You know,
taking care of gang things and...
Yeah, I don't know how, but like that's still spreading.
I don't know.
I don't know if you know anyone like
Some things are infectious, kind of like
Yeah.
the... What do they call them? What's that thing that you... the jitters? What do they call that when you eat a lot of flesh? There's something when you like you get the shake. Oh, the shakes. I'm like, what do they call them? The shakes?
I wouldn't know. 'Cause I don't
know.
eat people.
I didn't say you did.
Insane.
You don't have to roll. Absolutely insane.
glad I can count on you.
I'm just saying, like, isn't it a little bit funny? Like one party at a bar, and all of a sudden you're the cannibal.
Well, I mean, it's not hurting my reputation. So,
No, if anything, it's making you more terrifying.
yeah.
It's putting you on par, and I'm gonna mention like some like wolf lord who was like an actual werewolf,
Yeah.
who ran like a terrifying pack and was like just terrorized. If anything, it's making you like da da da.
Right. Okay.
He's cool.
He was cool. Eventually hunted down and burnt to death by 100 peasants.
I can take 100 peasants.
Yeah, you sure.
What, do you doubt me?
No, I don't.
Good. I'm gonna end up dinner. And I walk out of the room.
As you hear, so you're like, you know who does doubt you? The population of Alokrin and your diet.
Oh my god. Just flips you off.
All right. Anything else with Drae's downtime?
No, he's going to take Wednesday on her word though, and like sort of be a little bit more like forward with just sort of their whole relationship.
Okay. Positive impacts from that. She enjoys it. She seems to have a real, like, she really enjoys, like, bantering a bit with you when you do that. Usually at your expense, but it's good fun.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Right.
Well, are you gonna take a bite out of my neck?
No, not that one. So Lorelei goes ahead and doubles down on the assisting of the people in the war, especially with the new kind of efforts going into there. So I know that she doubles the size of the current building that now that all
Yeah,
has been
and then builds a second one of the same size on the other side of the Warrens.
equal to the now double-sized. Yeah, so you have one of these buildings on either side, and then I think we said that she put 2 of the thugs in control of it.
Yeah, one thug in control of each, and then they have like a handful of other people who help run the thing.
Right, yeah, and watching to make sure. Yeah, so there's now 2 thugs who've been put in the leadership positions and started lending money to
Yeah.
the people of the Warren.
Yeah, Kea'Na, having success with this one random homeless person, has inspired her.
His name is John.
Yeah, John's legacy, the fact that he got a bunch of money and didn't immediately get mugged to death,
Or die of alcohol.
yeah, gave Lorelei a little bit of hope that, you know, maybe she could actually give some of these people what they need, which is definitely money. Money is definitely what they're gonna need to survive. So, yeah, she started little, like, her own, like, sort of money-lending enterprise.
Okay.
Which from any PPA location, the Proud Foot Protection Agency,
So
you can
Lorelei
also,
does some
you know,
money
yeah, you can get some
herself.
gold.
Okay.
And then, yeah, she also sort of, like she has her own kind of money that she like will give out to people who she thinks deserves it.
So I take it she's spending a fair bit of time around here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lorelei is lending money personally, and then she left initially 500 gold with each of the two thugs she's put into control to lend out. And over a period of months, first of all, Lorelei lends out 1,000 gold. Somebody starts paying her back. But so she lent out a bit of gold, somebody paid her back a bit, and then one person that she lent it to realized that they were in trouble with some of the other debtors, like some of the loan sharks they give her money to, who basically rolled up and were like, so, fingers or toes, which ones do you want to lose?
Yeah.
And she used all the money you gave her to pay them, and then they started spreading the word that, hey, if you need to pay us back, this person's giving out money. And a bunch of people came and borrowed money from Lorelei, and she ended up giving out 1,000 gold, including the 90 she got paid back, and then all of them used it to pay off these loan sharks. And lost it completely. And then Lorelei paid a visit.
6th level spirit guardian.
Yeah.
And a few of them survived. Their leadership did not. As Lorelei sent a message about that particular tactic to the city. And then continued to lend out another 1,000 gold, of which she got some of back, and just lend it out again immediately. Your two people proceeded to lend out money, and just about everybody they lended to would default at one point or another and actually need more money, and then just come to Lorelei, who would just casually hand them money. And they quickly went from we got 500 gold to lend out to people, to we have lent 1,000 gold because people keep coming and asking for more because they can't quite make it this month without it. So you have this burgeoning debt business going on that's it's not looking stellar, but it's having returns at the moment. But you've definitely given out more money than you've made from it so far. Was there anything else Lorelei was doing?
She's gonna go find Kea'Na, and they're gonna go for a walk in the woods.
Yes. Okay, so you find Kea'Na, who is outside of one of her classes on the weekend. And, hi, Lorelei.
Are you busy?
No.
All right, you want to go to the woods?
Yeah.
I have something I'm looking for.
Oh, is it berries? I like berries.
No, it looks like this, and it just in Kea'Na's head, she sees sort of the image of sort of the altar in the woods.
Let's see. I think I've seen it, but I don't remember where.
Well, we can go looking.
Okay, the woods are really big though, and will be really hard to find.
Well, we better,
We can ask the monkeys! And she starts running towards the city gate.
All right. She'll just follow after,
Okay. You head out, and she's definitely got the lead on you. She's running into the woods and running down and quickly off of the path and onto the game trails through the woods. And as you're going, you feel something tugging at you, pulling you off to the right into the woods.
Kea'Na,
Yeah?
follow me.
That's the wrong way. The monkeys are usually this way.
Yeah, I just have a feeling.
That's how you die.
I have you to protect me.
Okay. Go with you and lead you into the forest and going around. She's like, you gotta watch out for that because it's like a vine, but it's a snake. And then that's a cool beetle, you can eat them, but that's a not cool beetle and you can't eat them. Also, they bite.
I'll pass on all beetles, just to be safe.
Okay. Also brought beef jerky if you don't like beetles. Or she grabs that beetle and starts chewing on it and hands you some beef jerky.
I'll take.
As you follow this feeling that kind of pulls you along and deeper into the forest, until you find that you guys walk for probably close to a day. And you find the area's getting hillier, more congested, thicker with the old growth of the forest. And then there's a clearing. And you can see this stark edge to the clearing. You can see off to the side, covered in vines and foliage, a ruined tower. And looking like it's fallen out from it at some point, from one of the higher, long, ruined levels, is this stone. As you get closer, you recognize it like you couldn't from the dream. It's covered over in the vine. It's the base of a statue, a foot of some kind. The rest either shattered or buried in the dirt in front of you. And you find yourself in this area of the forest that seems magic has kept it clear from being too overgrown by anything above a certain size, around what might be the ruins of a wizard tower of some sort.
Wizards. Yeah. She'll approach it slowly.
Okay. You walk slowly towards whatever was left of this statue. You get up next to it. You can touch it. You can feel the moss growing over it and the vine growing over it as well. But other than that, just cold stone.
She's just gonna like find a dry-ish spot, to sit down and just start to think on everything that sort of happened with her and Tulnir recently, and the vampire dwarves and the secret magic and Berrian and
Okay.
all that.
So, she sits down and starts to think at all of this stuff. Would you say that she prays?
I would, you know,
All right.
some could call it a prayer.
All right. So, let me just see if I can find my note, because I didn't put it anywhere intelligent. There we are. So, she sits there, starts to think, eventually, kind of without really realizing it, slips into prayer. And she would feel this tugging sensation, pulling her from her mind's eye, just, this awareness of her body, away from that. And it's like she goes through some sort of great gate, some sort of great portal, and suddenly vision returns to her despite not having opened her eyes. And she finds herself in a massive library, books towering up to the ceiling, 300, 400 feet above her. Wide areas spread out, maze-like shelves around her, and she's right next to a table that's just set. The shelf bends around this table, and books are still set into this warped portion of the library. And sitting at the table is a mer. See the gills, blue skin, a couple of the frills on the cheek. Their tail is just kind of hanging underneath the table from where they're sitting like a human would here. They're dressed in this fine gray cloak. And as she looks up, the eyes are way too old for the face. They look to be male, not any sort of soldier. They have, they're handsome enough, but they've clearly lived a life around bookshelves away from battle, all except for their mouth, which she can see, starting from the right side, is stitched closed. And they sit there staring at her. They look expectantly towards the chair that, now that she looks, appears on the other side of the table.
So sort of like nervously approach and sit down and just sort of think this creature, hello?
It studies her for this long moment before they pull out a needle. And you see them start to work this twine almost stitching back through their lip. And they will start the 5-minute process of carefully
Stop!
When it's done, you can see the scars still there. They look over at you. The master of supplicants has sent you to me. You have a request of us, generals of Tulnir. I am the keeper of secrets.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nods in response to this.
I'm looking for forgiveness. A way to right the wrongs I've done.
What would you ask of Tulnir? As I understand, a path was provided.
I need another way. I fear the path that's been provided will only lead to more suffering.
Your prayer has been heard. Another way shall be provided. Your friend has in their possession a great secret, one which many would covet. 2 already have been kept of learning its location. Do you think you are adequate to protect it?
I have to be.
Then you are a fool.
What can I do?
There is old magic, one of obscuring. If you wish to right what you have done, you, with his help, will make it so that this magic may be cast upon a single surviving copy of his notes. None will be able to read it without Tulnir knowing of it.
All right.
The ability will be granted to you for but a time. But the spell requires more than just your will, and more than just your faith. You will need dragon's blood.
Is there any dragon?
Ancient.
Very well.
You will need one other thing. A drop of wisdom. Mix the two during the spell. Coat the pages, each one entirely.
Where can I find such a thing?
The hags collect wisdom on occasion.
Oh, God.
The dragons you will have to use your own power to find. Do not ask for a third path.
Very well.
I look forward to when you join the Supplicants, Lorelei. As they pick up the thread that they've pulled out, and before you can watch them start to put it back in, you'd feel this pulling sensation, the same feeling of passing through some great doorway, and then find yourselves back in the blackness of your mind. Eyes closed, once again aware of the blood rushing through your body, the sounds around you that attempt to pull you out of your meditation as bird chirps here or some bug makes a buzz across here, and you're back to the mortal world.
What time is it?
It's about the same time. Yeah, looks like no time has passed.
Okay.
You look over. Kea'Na is passed out.
I'll keep watch for a bit, for like half the night.
Once you start moving, her eyes like cracking out. Oh, hi.
Hi.
I was snoozing.
I think it's probably too late to make it all the way back.
Sure, we can spend another night.
Did we sleep before or after we got here? Like,
You guys would have slept before you got here. So you got here during the day.
okay.
But it's later in the day at this point.
Okay, we'll start making our way back and
Sure,
see
yeah, you
how far
guys-
we get.
She gets to another place like, so, how was it?
It was eye-opening. Or mouth-opening. You would get... Never mind.
That's weird.
Well, there's a way to let Berrian keep his stuff. And for me to get my magic back.
That's good.
But I have to
That's
do
the best.
the only thing harder than taking something from Berrian.
You gotta convince him that he's wrong.
Yo, you got it. We'll see. See how that goes.
Okay. Well, we should sleep.
Yeah. Any more beef jerky?
Yeah, pulls more out of her pack.
Thank God.
Well prepared. Yeah, it didn't feel like much time has passed. And it was about the same time of day, but it would have been at least like an hour or two that you were out.
Okay.
So you guys will eventually make it back if you want to go over and discuss with Berrian, if you want to find him in his tower at some point.
Yeah, as Berrian, there would be a... Well, not a knock at the tower. She would just come find you in your tower.
You would see Berrian talking with a man and thanking him, and there's a very nice, well-made chest on the
Do I recognize this man?
You don't.
I don't think you ever met him.
Detect dots.
It doesn't work.
Yep, you're in the tower.
Fucking wizards.
Yeah, no, he seems to be dropping off a chest and some sort of like small wrapped bauble along with it, and collecting payment from Berrian.
Insight check.
Okay.
Is the chest, like, trapped?
Okay.
Got it. Lorelei. You're out of practice.
Oh, there is one.
That's
spring.
a dirty 20.
He's very cautious with it. It could be.
Be careful with that.
Yes, be careful with it. It is trapped. All right. Well, I've made my
Sort
delivery.
of nods,
I
like,
can tell you.
proudly.
He would have told me how to deactivate and whatever.
Oh yeah, he's giving you the key and giving you the whole like rundown of it. Right. Well, you know where to find me if you need me.
Thank you.
Welcome. And will make his way out of the tower, and you're left alone in the room with Berrian. Now, like, pull back a little from the trapped chest in front of him.
Yes, Lorelei?
We need to talk.
Sure. I'm gonna pick up the chest, and then on second thought, get two of the guards to pick up the chest. Upstairs.
Sure, yeah, we'll take it up. And
Okay.
Carry it up the steps.
What's up?
Maybe somewhere more private?
We're in my room. Once they're gone, it's just me and you.
Right.
Like in my study.
I talked to Tulnir. Well, the, agent of Tulnir, I guess. There is a way for you to keep your notes. But it's not fun.
Okay.
Something you should know is that people are already looking for what you have.
Sorry, out of character? What did you mean by that?
Yeah, should be correct.
No, but what do you mean looking for my stuff? And what do you mean?
You're not sure what exactly you meant about it, but
Well, you said he had to stop two people. So
Yes.
the one's going to the dwarf thing to look?
you're not sure. What extra information was given.
Okay, because no one knows about the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Tulnir has been kind enough to stop those who are already looking. And he has given me a way to hide your notes from those who would want them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's expensive, and there would only be one copy. It's the only way it works.
Sorry, out of character, can you clarify a little bit more to me about what he wants? This is a conversation
Yeah,
I might
no,
want
he's
to have
outlined it
outside
fairly
of
well.
No, I'm not understanding it.
Right, yeah, so...
Like, what does he
ritual
want in plain words?
will work on one copy, and the rest are to be destroyed. And after the ritual happens, anybody reading it, Tulnir will know they're reading it, and it was insinuated that it's not just a matter of like opening it to take a look to read it. So those who know
Lorelei's
the way
kind
are
of
able to read
leaving that part out of it.
So what do you mean? Well...
so the notes would still be useful to you.
I
Yeah.
could use them.
You could.
Because like I'd be looking. It's like great. He can know every time I open it up. I'll read it every day. If if it's gonna be like that.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I have no
it's-
binding to Tulnir. I don't give a shit about. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was the sense that Lorelei would have gotten
Yeah.
is that the notes are still usable. Anybody who uses them, Tulnir would know about it, and they're also not something just anybody could pick up and read off the page.
okay.
Yeah. But Lorelei's sort of leaving out the difficulty accessing them, or the fact that Tulnir would know. She's just like, yeah, this will hide it
Yeah.
and people won't be able to find you.
Berrian's also leaving out the fact that he's memorized them to the point where he could redraw them.
Is that... I'm doing the best I can, Berrian, but I need...
I understand where you're coming from. Maybe your god would speak to me or something, or, you know, if he deems it of such importance, maybe he could do a little bit of effort to try and convince me about why I should. Well, and I understand your part in it.
It doesn't really work like that. Like, I still don't talk to Tulnir directly. It's not the way the gods are.
So you're asking, what would we need to do to get to this?
It needs dragon's blood, like an ancient dragon's blood, a drop of wisdom, which is from a hag. I don't know.
Would I know anything about the drop of, like, wisdom?
Make me a history check.
Because we've dealt with hags.
2.
No.
No, but you do know that Ari is familiar with curses and whatnot, which is kind of a forte of hags, so...
Okay. Well, I know one thing for sure, is that hags don't get anything for free, so...
Yeah.
Sure. It's something we can look at. We're a long ways away from me getting rid of notes or anything yet, because you still need dragon blood and wisdom before we get to that point.
Will you help me?
Oh. I'm gonna kind of like look up and be like, well, if you're there, now's some time to do some convincing. If you got a sign or anything from me.
Divine intervention.
Roll it.
15.
Pretty close.
If it's so important, you know, maybe instead of just trying to take it away from me without giving me any, why don't you try to convert a believer?
No reply.
Okay.
Berrian, I'm doing what I can.
This isn't a exercise in me mistrusting you. I trust you, and I
Sure you do.
yeah,
I'm sure.
you know I do. This is a simple fact of
Not
you know my
trusting
opinion on
her.
it. I'm willing to work with you because you're a friend, but I don't trust Tulnir. I don't owe Tulnir nothing.
It's not even about you, Berrian. It's that these things, like, they shouldn't exist at all.
But they do, and that's unfortunate.
But their presence here only makes it easier for people to find them. Do you really think you can protect all of it from all manner of things that would come looking?
I don't know.
Is that a risk you're willing to take? Everything you've built?
I'm willing to help you. We've already had this discussion. You know my answer.
Very well. I really hope you don't get hurt. I think you're doing good. And she's gonna get up and leave.
Okay.
Okay. So it sounds to me like Berrian is going to help her in this endeavor.
Well, at this point, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Berrian's stance on Tulnir.
Mm-hmm.
And he is one of many powerful creatures, and in his mind, what gives him the right?
Yeah, totally. All right. Anything else for Lorelei?
Relationship-wise, they don't spend a bunch of time together. Lorelei's very busy. She'd probably go talk to Ari about drops of wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, Ari, for her part, would actually make an effort to come out to the Warren with Lorelei.
Really?
Cute.
So you stop to ask her about drops of wisdom, and she looks over surprised at you. And what brings this topic up?
Workarounds to difficult people.
I don't suggest it. I mean, curses are useful, but anything you're going to do with a drop of wisdom isn't going to last that long.
Well, that's strange.
I mean, as far as sources go, there are far better ones out there. It's good for trading more than anything, or temporary lessons for people who need it.
Well, I wouldn't know. I just need to know how to get one. At little cost as possible.
What type of cost?
I don't know.
I mean, I can procure one from you.
That feels dangerous by the way you say it.
Well, it's not dangerous, but it is damaging. It's exactly what it sounds like. Crystallized wisdom. In a very mobile form and no longer in the person it came from. To give you an out-of-character sense...
I have an idea of what it might be.
We've had it happen before. We know what it is. You
Yeah,
take
okay.
wisdom and you give it up permanently.
It is it's a bartering piece that hags enjoy, is taking people's essence.
It's a steep cost for a cleric.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to come from the cleric.
Has to
you
come
would
from
know
somebody.
Ari is capable of procuring it immediately from anybody, but that's not your guys' only solution here. That's just Ari
Yeah, so-
has that particular capability.
You guys would be willing.
where else?
Well, you could barter for it, I suppose. As I said, some hags use it as a form of currency if they don't have a use for it immediately.
I feel like that would be worse. At least I can trust you.
Yes, well, hags are treacherous to deal with, certain. Their deals, believe me, from personal experience, are almost never worth it. But that is likely your only other...
You dealt with a hag.
Yes.
Why? Was it?
People in pain do strange things.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, if you're looking for one, that's likely your only other option. Or find someone else willing, and I can extract it from them.
John.
That's quite the ask.
Well, instead of dealing with a hag who you know is going to screw you over, perhaps you can play the role of the hag and not screw someone over.
Perhaps.
It's as far as I can help you with the issue. Don't have any on me.
Yeah, Lorelei would go around, like, sort of the Warrens, like, and sort of let it be known that, she's offering more money than someone could ever, like, hope to need
Okay.
for, like, a bit of their essence, essentially.
Make me a persuasion check.
It's like,
I have more money than you'll ever need for naught but your essence.
it's an 8.
Okay, you put the word out to the Warren in general, and there's very excited people, and so you come back and there's like people interested, nobody like directly coming to you, and then a few days later you come back, and you would immediately hear the stories circulating as a couple of old fairy tales involving people who made foolish deals with genies and such. They're wildly popular right now in the world, as everybody is taking every old like warning they ever learned as kids as a bedtime story, and telling them to all of their friends.
People have heard about this cannibal.
No, not that. Like,
That's coming. But
it's the classic
Yeah.
fairy tale horror story of an offer too good to be true, and you won't realize it until it's too late.
you're the
And
wise witch of the Warrens.
Yeah.
that scares the people enough that you don't have anybody interested enough to actually approach you about it, despite
Yeah.
the enticement of the offer. It actually is a little bit of a negative here.
Yeah.
So I'll give you some time to think.
Yeah.
Yaikzal,
Lorelei's
during your downtime.
thinking.
So we know the bar got established.
Yeah.
We know the kickoff of the bar was an absolute hit with a bunch of fights going on. And we also know that a number, and that number being all of your gladiators, finished
Done. Yep.
being readied. Which, if you guys don't know, we've been naming after followers, which means follow us, and you could get killed in our D&D game.
Ooh, how fun.
By Yaikzal's command.
Or you could win some battles and become a free man. But yeah, so you have your people, you start to loan them out to your own fighting rings so that
Yeah.
they can
Fix the fights and make more money.
make some fights and make some money. Also, the arena, the outsider arena that appeared, does have, at the lower levels, you're willing to send your gladiators like
I'm
once or
not
twice.
willing to send them.
Not at all?
No, she doesn't like the outsider city.
Alright, very well. There's lots of other like smaller fight rings you could send
Yeah,
them to
she's
around
like-
the city that have taken its place.
The only thing about the outsiders is she would try to fight them. Like,
Okay.
she wants to figure out what they're like when they enter the city.
Right.
When if she finds out,
Yeah.
like, not metagamey that he hires one, she'd never go to the tower. Ever.
Okay.
So, you guys wouldn't know that. You guys don't know she hates the outsiders. She hates them. Like, there's
Well,
no forgiveness.
Most of the impact on the city, other than a few like standout fights with the Soaring Knights, are tourists coming through. But so you've got your gladiators going now, you've got your bar going. Your and Big Red's relationship kind of like steadies out, and it's very much at a place where he has no idea what to do, but you feel like you're at a place that like you can kind of direct things a little bit more. So it's less of the like him asking you to leave. He's still super awkward, but doesn't like shut down conversation and stuff as much anymore. So you guys kind of get to this point where it's like this might be a real relationship.
She also, during that time, although she hates the outsiders, would go through the gate
Okay.
by herself.
Yeah, you find a quiet moment without any of your companions around. Yes, Danny.
Oh, sorry. This is after she's done.
To head through the gate, which is this kind of like scintillating mass of color that has replaced a section of the wall right next to the gate that leads into the city. And stepping through, it's a mess. The street you step onto seems to kind of fan out into a multitude of streets that head to different parts of the city. You can see some very familiar floating islands that hang off over another part of the city, and every one of these streets is paved differently.
Oh no.
Different stones, different places, as you enter a hodgepodge of stolen cities. Just one in Games of Cities and stuck together into one amalgamation of so many strange creatures it leaves you baffled. Like, Alokrid has a lot of races walking around, but this is an uncomfortable number. There are creatures that move on four legs, some of them as large as houses, just rambling through on their way to get their groceries. It's an absolute mess of a city.
It's like Zootopia.
Yeah, and I mean, if anybody's watched No Game, No Life, there's very much like a similar rule here where most people solve their disputes with games, whether it be a game of chance or a game of skill. People find something to redo. You don't see any gold or anything like that circulating around here, but gems and such seems to have some sort of power as currency, and a lot of exchange for like goods or service. Where would you like to go exploring? There's a number of paths in front of you. The central one seems to be the oldest, and it leads towards what you can see from here as the far end of the city. And there is a great empty seat the size of an amphitheater. A couple of the paths on the left seem to have a similar sort of street to them, and they are very wide. and this is the one most of the massive creatures seem to traffic down. And the most interesting ones on the right is one that is made of sand-turned glass, where some sort of arid desert, inhospitable climate was pulled into the city, and you can see the people do a lot of work there to keep things warm. There's like hanging stones that radiate heat, and a lot of the people walking around are transparent and made clearly of glass themselves.
Oh my god.
So which way would you like to go?
Not the heat way. She's a cold dragon, so we're going straight.
Okay. The path straight down is at first just like a mashup of the houses that have kind of pushed onto the sides from it, from different areas that have been enveloped by this. But as you walk for about an hour and a half through this massive spreading city, the architecture making no sense. Houses just arranged and squashed together, built, unbuilt. It's like the Warren, but with more substance to it. Some with doors, some with holes, almost like a birdhouse, others with some sort of like film, and you watch these like gelatinous creatures push through and into. You eventually get to a point where it becomes not more ordered, but grander. There is, on either side, sometimes mansions, sometimes a forest, but clearly buildings of importance. You start to see staff, a mismatch of creatures hired from the different cities, manning gardens, protecting gates. You can feel as you walk by them the same sort of feeling when you entered any of the different realms. You can kind of feel the rules that you're sliding through, as this is probably where the different generals gather and make their abode in the city. And beyond that, you see the seat as you get closer. It is empty. You can see in front of you there's nothing upon this throne that you could fit a baseball field on, but you can feel a presence radiating out from it, watching you.
I'm like in front of it now, right?
If you want, you can walk up in front of it, and it just towers above you. Just to reach the seat area of it is like looking up at a pyramid or a sphinx.
She'd walk in front of it, but like 30 feet away. Like, not super close.
That's very close. You would be in its shade.
Oh, well, she wants to be a little farther. Like, she wants to see it, but...
If you want to be able to see the whole thing, you're going to have to be like 200 feet back.
Oh my god, that's 100 feet. She's 100 feet back. She would... This is massive, it's towering. And she feels like it's watching her.
Yes.
She would speak out to it.
What do you say?
Mentally. It's just, hello? Like, mentally, though, not vocally.
Okay. You push this thought out towards it, and it's not so much that you feel it connect, you can feel that it doesn't reach anything, but you have this sensation of there being this potential to connect with whatever's there. This ability to push your thought across to it. But thinking it isn't going to work, you would have to pray.
She would pray.
To whatever this creature is.
She would pray to it.
You feel something touch your mind. You're not there, Dan.
No, but I'm just saying, she heard this before. You would have heard about the people disappearing and stuff, and I don't know if it changes your thing, but I just want to make sure that you remember it before you make a decision.
She prays to
about
it.
people making deals with things over
You
here.
feel a connection between you and it. I didn't expect to speak to any of the rest of you after your companion turned down my offer.
You spoke to my companion? Which one?
The elfin one.
There's 2. 3. 4. There's a couple.
I'm sure you can work it out. What brings you to my city? To supplicate before me?
I was curious. Curiosity is worst of me, I guess.
Indeed.
A city, a dangerous city that we've been fighting is now a peaceful place to go. So.
Such a small view. Perhaps you are too low down.
That's why I'm here.
You feel a force from underneath you.
Oh, fuck.
Like something is jettisoning you into the air, and indeed you find yourself rising up, 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 up. This city dwarfs a Lochran easily. You could fit 5 of them into it without issue. And you find yourself high enough to see it and encompass its entirety. And you notice when you're this high up that it's resting on broken bits of some sort of planet that has been sundered in some way. All of this below you. And you think that every piece of it could be an enemy.
No. It's just the parts that invaded us. I came here for a clearer view.
Well, there's not a better one.
I guess. It's very mismatched. How many cities have you gone to?
Countless.
Trust.
Some of them have been swallowed whole. As you feel something turning your head, and you are compelled to look over at a section, and you can see running through it is this like cross shape of streets that have been like pushed together. That was 12, but an organization there decided they should have a more consistent feel. You wouldn't recognize 8 of them if you were to visit.
Really? That's crazy.
There are many cities here. But, as you feel your gaze turning once again, and you notice this blank, empty swath, and you can see where the roads that connect to it just end in chunks that seem to have been ripped away. As with any game, it would be boring if I succeeded every time.
You can't win everything, it gets boring, I guess. Yeah.
Does
It's
indeed.
like fights. It's how you learn, is when you lose.
Learning is one goal. It passes.
What's your goal?
Entertainment.
How long have you been here?
Here specifically?
Conscious.
Conscious. I remember when we started counting things by years.
That's... Whoa! Crazy.
That spot over there that you gaze upon was once a part of my city, but it was one away from me.
Oh? One away?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Your gaze turns once again, and you see a couple of familiar mansions that would have once been in the inner run. These reside here for now, but pieces of my city reside there for now. The victor gets the spoils.
Both parts? Or just your part back?
If the game is won, of course there must be a reward. If I am to take your city upon victory, my wager must be equal, mustn't it?
Yeah. Is there... Oh, I'm gonna hate this, but in character. Okay. If we lose, is there any way that I can guarantee my safety?
Of course.
And my loved one's safety?
Of course.
How? God!
You think of a number of ways. Perhaps you will agree to do what your companion did not.
Depends.
Act as a bastion for me within your city.
Out of character, no, that means she would know. She's very...
Yeah.
I shall bestow upon you the ability to make a rule. Those within your influence must follow it. If you are toppled, then a move will have been made against me and I will have lost part of this game. If you are victorious, your favor in my eyes grows. Either way, should you work faithfully, and should your side lose this little competition, there will be a place for you among my generals.
And if we win, would I stay there, or would I be forced to come here?
It would be your own choice.
Okay. Low or high? Low or high first she does it. Low.
This is you.
That was high, but she would do it anyways. So, fine. I'll
Very
be your
well.
pawn.
Think well upon what rule you desire. My most powerful of generals are my weakest in strength, for they understand how to turn that into a disadvantage for their opponents.
Great.
Enjoy your visit to my city, and when you are ready, pray again.
Who do I pray out to?
If it helps, picture the throne.
Alright.
You feel yourself descending through the air like a comet. Wind whipping past you, a bit of flame bursting around you from the speed, but something encases you and protects you. And just before you would hit the ground with some thunderous clash, you come to a complete halt. No feelings of inertia within you at all, none of the G-force or anything you would expect from such rapid movement, and you land lightly upon the ground. And you feel whatever gaze has been watching you as you walked across the city shift away to somewhere else. Something new, something more interesting in the moment.
Okay. That was a lot. That was crazy. She would leave.
Okay? You make your way a little shaken past these towering mansions of varied size, back to the jumble of streets and towns and cities that make up the rest of this, along the main path until you find yourself staring at an identical gate to the one below.
She would,
As you step through it, you find yourself back in a locker room.
she would immediately go to the bar. And is there anyone in there? We're like watching?
You're a bar?
Yeah.
Drae.
Yes, there is Timothy is there, and Big Red would be there, and if Drae says he's there, then Drae would probably be there.
She would immediately, other than Big Red, push everyone out. There's no one allowed in there but
Okay.
Red and Big Red.
You okay? What the heck?
She's nonverbal.
Do I still get paid for today?
Yes.
Heads out the door. That's all I needed.
Shut up, Timothy.
Big Red is sitting like,
I went to the other city.
ugh.
It's disorienting, to say the least.
Alright.
I need drinks.
Points at the bar. Looks at how shaken you are and like seems to think better of it, like ugh. Gets himself up, walks over to the bar and like pulls out a bottle of wine and like holds it up, looks at you, puts back the bottle of wine and pulls out a bottle of whiskey. Starts walking over and sets it on the table, sits down beside you.
She's chugging.
You try to cleanse your throat and mind of everything you experienced.
Yep.
You feel it burn its way into your stomach, and it just turns into this warm glow. It'll take a few minutes before that takes effect.
Yeah.
You're going to be sitting with whatever you're sitting with until then. But after 15 minutes or so, a numbness will start to come out of the warmth there, and you will feel the alcohol start to take effect. And then really start to take effect. As, you've chugged a lot of whiskey, and you will quickly descend into a drunken stupor if that is what you desire.
That is, and she would just go lay down in the sandpit and do nothing.
Big Red, like, drinks with you, not as heavily. He's usually, like, lay down in the sandpit, like, lays down beside you.
Aww.
Puts his arm, like, puts you in his armpit, like he did that one time you, like, slept with him, and you'll feel his body start to heat up. As you guys both just lay in the sandpit, look up, you can see the ring of this, like, second viewing platform that you guys have above, and then just the ceiling of your bar. You can see a couple of nicks and scratches on it that came from whoever owned it previously.
And for the next 2 weeks, she wouldn't see anyone. She wouldn't even leave her bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just live out of one of the rooms from there.
So if anyone were to try to find her, they'd have to try to remember her.
Okay. Alex,
Yeah.
have you remembered anything else? Or, sorry,
Have I remembered?
thought of anything else after I
Like-
gave you some time to think?
Lorelei is currently in the money lending business.
Mm-hmm.
Say there is a person who, didn't necessarily have the means to pay Lorelei back.
Holy
I love it.
She is the wise witch that warns.
Look,
Oh,
desperate
God.
times.
So, there are definitely people who cannot afford to pay her back, as they have been repeatedly needing bailouts, but they are under the command or under the management of your two people.
Protection.
Your first one, your first thug is the one who has had the most people come to him needing more money. If you want, you could take a sufficient portion of the value he has accumulated in that, and along with some coin of your own, find somebody who is in deep enough with him that you could use that against.
Lorelei deserves a roll.
She does.
It's not enough.
No. Okay. She has the thought, which is probably scary enough for her.
She has flashbacks
but
to
realizes
Berrian
that's
making
not who she
drugs.
is.
I was actually thinking the other direction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Desperate times. Yes, Danny?
I have a few things I wanted to do. So her coming to me has prompted some things.
Does it work for us to finish this with Lorelei first, or is
Oh,
this...
yeah, no, yeah, sorry, yeah,
Sure,
finish the
okay.
thing with Lorelei.
So you would need to take at least 400 gold of value from the debts he's accumulated. The more
Okay.
you take, the less you will have to pay. But it is going to be... Depends on your persuasion roll at this point. I would allow an intimidate. You have it... I might give you advantage. You do not have advantage. Despite the position they're in, that is enough to get you the conversation and guarantee you that they'll accept, but it does not give you a strong enough point of persuasion to name your own price.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a persuasion or intimidation check for me.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not asking. That's a 10.
10. It will cost you at least 5,000 gold, and you can lower that amount by taking more of his... I think he has... I can look. I have it open.
It's 1,600.
1,600. So you can take more than the 400 from that to lower the cost yourself. In fact, you could take all of it.
I'll take it down to 500 again.
Okay. So,
It's 1154
yes.
out of him.
Is she taking it from him?
So this is
No,
this is
from
money he
the,
manages, and considering they're like leveling up, the way they progress is by having more of this money. This is a blow to his ability to move forward.
Okay.
But
The experience he's gotten, he holds on to.
he holds on to the experience he currently has, yes. But
Okay.
he has a lot of building to do to get back up to the point where he was managing enough for it to really matter to him to learn at this point. So, you know, there's a cost associated with this, but what you're looking for is
Honestly, like, in that case,
he'd still get experience. I'm just saying on 500 gold, when he gets experience based on the rate of return and its percent, the lower that is, the lower experience he gains.
I'll bring it down to 1,000.
Okay.
That's,
Then in that case, you get like 154 gold off of your 5,000.
yeah. Amazing. Okay.
4,960. 4,000.
Now, if I describe this person to you and make them real and human, it's going to get harder. And Lorelei would know that. Is she going to let herself meet with them closely enough to have the opportunity of that? Or is she going to keep herself far enough away to not give herself the chance of second thought?
She also understands the anonymity aspect of it and that she's made herself a presence in the Warrens, and to make herself out to be that, is she going to become the witch that steals?
I mean, it's not like she's doing nothing for this person. 5,000 gold is life-changing money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but giving somebody gold and then coming and being like, oh yeah, I've forgiven the other ones and now I want your essence.
No, the way I understood it, at least this is up to you, because Lorelei's doing this, was that you were approaching them and using the forgiveness of their debts as both leverage, like socially and also monetarily, that they no longer have to pay that,
Yeah.
and then further inducement of coin. It didn't seem to me like you were forgiving it and then using that favor you'd created to
Yeah.
then do it.
It's
Still taking people's essence.
So,
Yeah. It's probably not the first person she's asked about this, just the first person who's, like, agreed. Or at least was close enough to agreeing to sort of get pushed.
is she going to let herself make them human? She's not doing all bad to them. She's giving them life-changing money. There's going
It
to be
is what
two
it
sides
is.
of the coin, whatever it is.
Cut off your arm, I'll
No,
give you
she's,
10,000 gold.
No, she'd want to meet them.
Okay. So, you meet with the woman. She's in her late 30s. She comes without her children, but you would know from hearing about it that she does have a number of children and lives in the Warren, and you can see that she's quite pregnant at the moment as well, and comes in, and sits down across from her, and I'm assuming Lorelei's been upfront with her about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The mix of forgiveness of debt, paying back the favor that was extending the money in the first place, along with enough money for her to buy a home for her and her husband and for her children, has induced her to now be sitting before Lorelei and Ari looking frightened.
It's going to be okay.
It won't hurt. It will feel strange, and after this you will be somewhat more reckless than you are used to. Things will come a little less easily. As Ari will step behind her and pull out a pair of copper shears. And she reaches onto the woman's scalp. Fingers come together, and as she pulls away, you see something follow with it. And she will bring the shears and snip the connection between the two, and then reach down and grab the woman's shoulder as she almost slumps forward. They're like an elastic band coming back from being stretched out from here. Catches the woman, puts her back, a little weight on her shoulders. Just sit. Pulls out a small vial and drops this crystalline, like azure blue drop of liquid, and stoppers it. And steps over and puts her arm around Lorelei and just quietly slips it into her pocket, out of view. Well, perhaps you should tell her a bit about how she could spend the money to best effect, but her decisions will be somewhat muddled for a while, and that will get better to a point.
Yeah, she's just gonna go up to this woman, sort of grab both sides of her face.
Looks up, visibly like shaken out of a stupor.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes lock onto her. There's like a flash of fear.
Like
and
a little less a restoration, kind of. Like, not. I don't know if like the spell would actually do anything, but just a little bit of like
the
just.
comfort of healing magic.
Yeah,
going
and like
through.
mind cleric, like just trying to sort of make sure she's present.
Okay, her eyes are on you. The fear is still there. The warmth helps soften it a bit. But she's felt something that she's never felt before, and there would be this absolute sense of loss there without really full understanding of it.
Yeah. You've done me a great service today. If you ever need anything at all, I'm forever in your debt.
Just shaky breaths, nods uncertainly to her, and you can tell she's going to need a few minutes to just calm down and adjust.
Mm-hmm. Lorelei is, for her own part, barely keeping it together.
After maybe 10 minutes, she'll start to kind of move around. You can feel she's like kind of moving her tongue around, trying to get feeling back. I think I should go home. Which way is that?
I'll take you.
As stand her up and lead her into the warren, you'd find her home lit. You open the ramshackle hut, and across the 5 feet of floor is just a man pacing back and forth, a rough-looking sort. Stops when he sees her and sees you and glares up at you.
She's going to be okay.
Sure she is. Get in here. Grabs her and pulls her in.
If you ever need anything.
Yeah, well, we won't be here anyways.
Good. And she's gonna go back to Ari.
Okay.
And just weep.
Just cry. Ari grabs you and pulls you into her shoulder and just lets you cry for a bit, just running her fingers through your hair. It's always hardest the first time. Okay.
Little did she know she miscarries.
Daniel.
Just kidding.
What would you like to do?
So this prompts a few things. You guys would have no idea about this. Lorelei is not the enemy. Lorelei is now being used as a go-between for Tulnir. I go on a campaign. Number one, research. I'm researching the gods now.
Okay.
Where they came from, how they get there. I'm going to go ask the king to use his library in the Arcanum. So that's one role I'm looking to do.
Okay.
And this is during my downtime.
Yeah, make a persuasion check, given your relationship with the king.
The thing that I'm good at.
Oh, 5.
4.
4.
He's let me use the library before.
Yeah, he would let you have limited access.
Looking forward to
but you
Canto.
understand the king is the pope for the Temple of Light.
I didn't tell him why.
Yeah, but without a specific reason, he would not normally give access to the parts of the library that are most important to your research. So you have access to some of it, but the king's library is not going to be an incredible resource for you.
Because I rolled a 4 on persuasion.
Yes.
All right.
This is something the king is sensitive about.
He doesn't know what I'm doing.
I know.
Yeah.
Even anybody goes into the library, that section about the gods is still a restricted section because it is something the king is sensitive about.
He is the pope of his own
the Pope
church.
of the Church of Light.
Yeah, I'm using. I also I don't know if this helps. I mentioned that I may be able to find a way, find some information about the outsiders in those tomes that will help us with the city.
Make me a deception check. And if you succeed on that, I might give you a second roll at your persuasion. And by that, maybe I will.
19.
18.
The king is very perceptive, so that will not.
Well, he would roll insight.
Yes. And he is above an 18.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. Next part. I look at the Arcanum and the
Okay.
library there.
Yeah, you have free access to the
Sure,
Arcanum
I spend the
library.
time. What do I find?
Go ahead and make me a religion check. The best information is going to be a religion check. It's going to be a lower DC, but if history
A
is
religion check to look up books.
to look into the gods, that's the sort of reading you're doing. I will allow a history check. I'm just going to set the DC a little higher.
Well, it doesn't matter. So religion is fine. What's
Okay.
that?
18.
It's 23.
23. So, looking into the gods, about how they come to be and about them, you would find the gods are restricted from entering the mortal plane.
Mm-hmm.
And you would know that in living memory, Nuldir was an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Some 7,000 years ago or so, and ascended to godhood from there and became the god of light. Tulnir is also widely believed to have also been an elf, but there is no firm record on that.
I'm gonna ask my sword. Hey, you're old. Do you have any idea about any of this stuff?
Are there other people in the library?
No, like this is a mental thing.
It's like,
I'm curious. I'm like, I need to know some information, that you might know some stuff about. I'm like, are the gods? Do you know anything about Tulnir?
You would see this flash of an image, and you can see there is this radiant light coming from what seems to be this human shape. And you're in a forest inside this image. Mm-hmm. And there are masses thronged around watching as this being of light rises upwards into the sky as you have a flash of the ascension of Nuldir within Ethlindir.
So he was an elf. Or Nuldir. Tulnir is.
Nuldir. For Tulnir, you would just get this sense of like a shrug. You would feel a shrug.
Okay. Because the first one was the first elf. That was the immortal one. Would have been around, probably. That owned the sword.
It's possible. But it's unlikely they would have been anywhere to get you more information. You would get the sense that there might be more information to be had in the Elven Isles, in Ethlindir. But the sword does not have any picture of Tulnir ascending or Tulnir as an elf or anything.
Do you have a picture of Nuldir before he ascended?
Yes, yeah, you could see it.
Okay.
He looks much like he does inside most of his depictions in the church, a very handsome elven man, looks kind of this like kind of eternal youthfulness about him, and a very proud set to his features.
Interesting. Do I get any like insights about like what he was or what he did before that?
There would be anger around Tulnir with the sword. A distaste would kind of well up.
Like he left the path of the mother?
Exactly.
Okay. Respectable. Next thing.
Respectable.
I am going to make a visit to that guy I can't remember. Leader of the guild.
Clemens?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You go to the guild.
Gonna
You
say
see
Clementine.
the human form of the creature that is guarding it with its true sight. Looks at you and tracks you as you go in, and then looks away.
Clemens.
Yes.
I need a favor.
Well, I would be a fool to agree already.
Well, I'm cashing in all my favor tokens and giving you a favor token back in return.
What do you need, Berrian?
I need the blood of an ancient dragon.
Right.
I'll go get it if I have to.
That's usually the way you get
But
ancient dragons.
you might know some people that might have it.
It's not impossible. It's not wise. Certainly not safe. A different sort of danger. I could put you in touch with some people. An ancient dragon collected from the source is the sort of danger with, the teeth and the claw and the breath. This would be more the political sort of danger, and they are fearsome enough that I'm not sure which one I'd choose off the top of my head.
Okay, well, let me know what you can do.
Well, it's up to you. Which danger do you want to deal with?
The claws or the political?
Correct.
And what's the political danger?
The storm merchants might be able to acquire it, but you won't be able to get it from just anyone. You would probably have to pay the Thunder City a visit, likely the palace. And I've had a few people I know who went to visit there, and, well, I haven't heard from them.
Okay. Anywhere else?
I mean, you could hope to get lucky in Camradel. Who knows what shows up in the auctions there, but, well, that's a roll of the dice.
Okay, Storm Merchants, Camrandel, boom, boom, boom.
Or go fight an ancient dragon.
Is there one in the forest, ancient?
I know that Carr has an ancient dragon, but I know that it also has a brood of not-so-ancient dragon, and that's a terrifying idea of an army.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm.
Do you think maybe I could, there's friendly ones too?
Potentially?
Like metallic chromatic?
Yes. I know there was one adventuring group out of Camradel who was said to be friends with one in the desert.
Oh my god, that's us.
It's not you guys, actually. It's my other group.
We also befriended a forest dragon back in the
This is
fantasy
not a forest
craft
dragon,
days.
this is a desert dragon.
Alright.
Was
Well,
it the Tuesday one?
okay.
No, this was like
Yes, this is my Tuesday.
your Tuesday one. Yeah, this was.
Alright, well, I'll look
years
more
ago.
into that. If you find any information or you find something, let me know.
Well, try not to get yourself killed.
Okay.
Alright, we are at 9:58.
Oh, I'm not quite done.
Alright, let's go through it.
So the remainder of the downtime, other than what I'm doing,
Yeah.
so I've spent. Obviously, it hasn't come up, but since I've had that time, I've spent time memorizing the thing, the
Yeah.
rune.
Okay. Yeah, with the bit you had of
Take
it, and the
20
fact
is
you
what I'm
made
doing.
it, sure. We'll say over a period of a month you could memorize it.
Oh, it's it's been a long time. I've spent more than a month working on it, kind of thing. I'm going to put more time into it now.
I'm saying for you to be really sure that you've got it indelibly in your mind, it'll probably take a month of your downtime. Inside of that, you could still be helping your students, so it won't affect anything that we've rolled already. But that is probably for you to be really comfortable with it. That's probably what's required.
Sure, I would take the extra time to do that.
Okay.
The other thing that I'm looking at as well is any information that about I would actually talk to Hagren.
Okay.
I have a question with a message. I have a question for you. Could you meet?
What a surprise. Yes, I could meet. Perhaps outside of the cave you once rescued something from.
Sure, I would meet him there.
Okay, yeah.
And then I would...
Nobody's waiting there for you, but he will emerge from the shadows of the cave as you find yourself in the forest. Hagren across from you, looking around in surprise. You came alone.
I'm not worried. You need me more alive than you need me dead.
You're no idiot.
Are the gods omnipotent?
Hardly.
And I'm gonna be like, will they know if I, invoke their name?
Usually.
Okay, let's say there was a god that was looking for some information I had. Could they tell if I had that information?
I do not know the capabilities of the gods precisely.
Let's say it starts with a T and ends with an ear.
Again, I know not what the gods are capable of specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I know that trying to hide things from my mistress is most unwise.
And she can find out without you knowing.
Perhaps not always, but more often than to make it worth the gamble.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. Thank you.
If you were looking for assistance in such a manner, I can think of few better to ask than the Mistress of Fate.
I'll keep that in mind.
Let me know if you wish to contact my mistress.
Sounds good.
He'll watch you leave. Doesn't make any move against you, but
Okay.
steely glare as you make your way into the forest.
Yeah. When I get to the point, I will, once nobody's around, I have my Lehman secret chest.
Okay.
Which, I will put one of the copies of the notes in there.
Okay.
And then I'm looking at... So you know how wizards can take things and make their own formulas with it?
Sure.
So I'm not looking to change it. I'm looking to put it into a different format. Basically, take what I have that I've memorized.
Mm-hmm.
Make like a code that takes it and be like, okay, so like say I took a grid.
Yeah.
And I've broken this grid down. And I go and I have a formula that says this portion, square A, goes into formula here. And I reflip it so that I have the rune and I have a new picture. That's my picture.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
And then I'm able to, if using my code formula, I'm able to take it and reverse the image.
Yep.
And put it back into a way that I know what it is.
Roll me a history check and write it down.
The history check?
Your result on the history check.
Okay.
And that will decide how difficult your code is to crack.
Or if they even know what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's an 11.
Okay, so 16. I've also, like, the thing that I've done is I've memorized the code as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and in your notes somewhere, put that you have encoded the notes that you have, and that you got a 16 while doing that.
Okay. So there is a copy of the notes that is in my image that's completely different, that is not recognizable as the image. I have the code in my head about how to change it back.
Okay.
And then I have the copy of the notes that's in my box.
Okay.
I have the copy that's in my head that I've memorized, that I have, like, good to go.
Okay.
And then the other ones I've destroyed.
Okay.
So all the copies are either in my head or in my chest, and my chest is gone.
And there's just a single copy in the chest.
There's
So you're
Sorry, the
I
copy.
blanked out a little. So there's a copy in your head and a copy in the chest, and no other copies.
And then there's the copy that I've made
Okay.
of that I can reverse.
Oh, okay. So there's the
And that one is hidden. I'm not going to disclose, but it is hidden.
encoded copy in your head, copy in the chest.
Yeah, the copy in the chest is the one of the original.
Okay, sounds good.
The copy in my head is the one that I've memorized of the original, and then I have my copy I've made of my switched version.
Yep.
And that is hidden somewhere else. I'm not going to disclose that just
Okay.
for game purposes.
Sounds good.
If you have people looking for it, talk to me outside.
Yeah, there's
of
only
game.
one detail I need to know about it, and I'll ask you after.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Does anybody else have anything we need to go over?
I have about 5 things. No, I'm
Was there anything else with? I thought we got to the end of Yaikzal.
Yeah, Yaikzal's like, she's just closed herself off.
So the last thing about Yaikzal is the mercenaries would hang around your bar quite a bit, and turned into basically their base of operations.
Okay.
And Mayakar and Gelid would probably approach you at some point and formally ask to be your students.
Was this before or after?
Probably before.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they hang around.
They have
like,
keys to the bar then.
Okay. They accept jobs from there, and then when they're not busy, they ask you to spar and try to learn from you.
Yeah, they'd have keys to the bar. They're the only ones that have keys to the bar other than her and Red.
Okay.
And they know that whenever she came back, no one's allowed in until further notice. If anyone were to come to the door, even her party, no. There's no
Like
one.
not into the rooms upstairs or not into the
Anywhere.
bar?
If doors
Okay.
are closed.
Okay. All right, then, with that, some of the party making deals with
Yeah.
outside ancient forces. Some of the party gathering resources from areas they never thought they would tread. And some of the parties preparing all they can for a gamble against a god. We will end tonight's episode. As always, you can find us on Twitch, 6 to 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every Wednesday. We're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, and we've got a Discord if you want to come chat with us.
Sometimes we even have fun D&D streams.
Yes! All right, folks, that is us signing off.
You didn't find that fun?